What's going on, guys? And welcome back to Footy with an Edge. We're back again. Finally, this team has given me 3 points and not ruined my day. I don't care about the performance. I don't give a damn about the performance. Okay, nobody dare talk to me about the performance today because we needed to get the victory and we got the victory, boys. Glory, glory, Man United, says Bishal. I agree with you, bro. Let me just update the overlay here so that we have the right information. Something goes our way. Bang. A live match reaction. I'm so happy with that, dude. I said it before the game. I didn't care if this was a shit performance. I didn't care about anything. And to be fair, that was decent from us. Defensively, we showed some heart. Okay, we showed what it means to actually play a game like this and actually win a game like this, and that was very impressive. For me, that's all I care about, and I'm so happy that happened. Here, I need to get the reaction on to make sure I'm live here. And we got almost 150 people watching, man. Guys, smash a like on the stream. Honestly, I don't care about the performance today. We got the victory. And let's bring in Nightwing straight away, bro. Nightwing, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I am. Yes, I can. And I'm good. I've lost my words.
I'm on the same page as you. I'm going to try to hop on C-Mex's later because he's already saying, like, on the negative side of a win, which I always hate. But that's a great win. How many people were missing? 6 people or main players?
More. 7, 8 probably.
7, 8 players. Newcastle has everybody available. They're a decent team. I mean, they're not.
How many players did they bring off the bench that were all first teamers?
And all this thing about people saying like the second half sucked. No, that was a defensive second half. Are you guys kidding me? We didn't have any offensive players, and we were able to hold them off the entire time.
Mount got injured too.
Mount got injured. They kept coming and coming and coming and coming, and it didn't matter. Like I don't think we really ever had one scary one except for Lissandro's possible handball, which was not a handball, thank God.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, we won. Like, that's great. It's Boxing Day. It's a win. 1-0. Now, my man of the match, I'm confused if it's right wing Dorgu or left wing back Dorgu or Lamens.
Also, Nightwing, hold on. This is now the 4th time we've played Newcastle on Boxing Day. Since we had one under Fergie, one under LVG, one under Ollie, and now one under Amorim. We've won all 4 of our games now.
Yeah.
So this is something to celebrate.
It's a clean sheet.
Exactly.
People have been asking for a clean sheet of the season.
Yeah.
You know, so long as you don't predict it, it should be fine. Because when you predict it, they score 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Bournemouth game. Don't remind me. Bro, let's talk about this game. Tell me, other than Dorgu, who did you like?
Ugarte. Second half Ugarte, he was everywhere, regardless of everybody wanting to be mad at him for whatever reason. He's not going to be a brilliant passer, but for the entire 45 minutes of the second half, he was running to the open ball every single time. Same with Cunha. I think Cunha at the same time did everything he could. I mean, his finishing, as everyone was complaining, because he did have time that we could just milk that clock a little bit more. But otherwise, I thought Ugarte was great. Casemiro was good. But whatever, if Amorim wants to take him off, that's what he's going to do. But I just thought they were good, and we were able to sustain it.
Well, so they had really a lot of meaningless possession.
I thought so. At least nothing that really scared me too much. I mean, a couple of drop balls there by Lamens that could have been dangerous, but thankfully Newcastle can't finish. And sometimes you have to have a 1-0 game when you have 3 players of the AFCON, 2 of them who are like our best offensive players this year. You're missing our best playmaker in Bruno, who we had absolutely no passing except for Lissandro's crazy pass.
Best playmaker, yes, but also best player.
Yeah, best player. And you didn't have his backup with Kobe Mainu, which everybody wants to see. And then Dorgu just played well, man. It was, like I said in the beginning, it was really weird seeing Dorgu and Dallo on the same side. And it was the strong side of our team, like both defensively and offensively in that first half. It was a good thing to watch today. It's a nice thing to watch. So I think we really struggled.
I think we really struggled with Mount leaving the pitch. That was our big issue. Because without Mount, we didn't have any central progression. And as soon as we brought Jack Fletcher on, he just looked like he was doing an Ugarte impression a little bit, because I think he was also like the game was moving too fast for him, which he's his second game ever. I don't expect him to, be really good. But he tried his best and he was trying to do the pressing, trying to do the defensive work. But he was taking a second too long for the game to sort of come to him, right? To make the right passes and everything. So we really struggled with that. I'm not blaming it on him. I'm blaming it on the injuries and the squad depth that we have.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the second guess Amorim, which people do anyway, but maybe Xerxes comes on in half as a 10. Maybe that would have been better for possession wise and moving forward. Then you have Sesko and Xerxes up there, and then you can switch out Fletcher later to get Sesko off. But whatever, 1-0, clean sheet, Boxing Day win.
We did it.
It's great.
We did it. We did it. Exactly.
And we've been asking for a defense that has had to hold the other team to 0 goals, and we have it today. So all the people who are complaining that we're not getting clean sheets, we got it today. Can we be happy about it? At least for like 24 hours, we can be happy about it, right? So exactly. I just want to jump on first because C-Mix is going to start talking about how bad it was. So I need to hop on that one and hopefully give him some.
Cool. See you later, Nightwing. Thanks for your
thoughts.
All right,
man.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye. All right, guys. We have Johnson Dura here. Johnson, how you feeling, brother? We spoke at halftime. How you feel about the game now?
Happy, really happy about the result. I have a couple of points down here that I wanted to share with the rest of the guys. So I guess here goes. So first things first, honestly, that was quite the smash and grab. It's nice to always get the 3 points to at least keep us in that top 8. But how the mighty have fallen, man. Second, Ukante. I don't know what you guys are going to think about that, but I thought he really covered ground really well in the second half. And of course, we got to see the dribbling Ugarte a bit, which was quite good. It's just nice to get that sort of respite and know that at least he can come through for us, especially in the center of midfield.
Well, so here's the thing with Ugarte, right? He did, like, when you watch him play, you're like, oh, defensively he was good, but he's also part of the reason why Newcastle kept getting the ball and we couldn't control the midfield, right? So it's like a good and the bad. Like, you have to take both sides of the coin with him.
You win some, you lose some with him. Seems like it.
Exactly.
Well, I wish we knew that before buying him from PSG, but well, here we are now, yeah. Third point is down to Joshua Xerxes. So when he was at Bologna, he really thrived with people, having bodies around him. And he's really good at bringing the ball down and making the ball stick. But we did not give him players around him to win the second ball. And as much as guys might get frustrated by him, I feel like, come on, he brings a lot to the team. He really does bring a lot to the team in terms of his techers and ability to hold on to the ball. We just need to give him players to play with.
Johnson, I think the good way to put it is, if you watch basketball at all, there's something called garbage time in basketball, right? Where you may not have the best players on the team, the best players are being rested, and then a little bit the kids get some time and some other people get some time at the end of the game when you're maybe just winning the game or just losing the game. And I feel like Xerxes far too often comes onto the pitch when it's garbage time, like when we don't have our best players. Right. So, of course, he's not going to look the best when he plays in that type of position. And it's not his fault either. So I agree with you. It's probably too much on Xerxes. Johnson, I'm going to keep it moving, though, because we got a lot of people waiting. Who's your man of the match? Who is your man of the match?
Senna Laumans.
Let's go, man. I want to hear some love for our Schmeichel in disguise, because he was honestly, dude, I was watching the game like heart and mouth. Like, yes, Dorgu had an amazing game, but none of that counts if Laumans doesn't make those saves. So that's an awesome point. Thank you, Johnson. We'll see you again. See ya. Neville, how we doing, buddy? Or Alistair. Sorry, your name's Alistair. Yes, you're in.
What's happening, Andy?
I'm doing well, brother.
Man,
it's it.
Oh, the glory city lamans. Oh, I'm gonna make that one catch on, like. Sorry, I thought I was waiting in like some. He's got the ball out tonight.
I've got a signed ball by all the players, man. Let's go.
Is that a sign? Is that from the?
Well, it's one from it's from the store. Yeah, it's from the store. I didn't actually get it signed from them, but yeah.
I've got like a mug that I got from like a trip to Old Trafford when I was like 7, that it's like almost all the paint's gone from it. It's like Rude, Rooney, Ronaldo, and you can barely see any of them anymore. They're all just like faded and stuff for the years.
Yeah.
But what a game, kinda.
What a game, man.
It
What a
was
game.
great
Honestly,
first half. Like,
no, I'll be honest. I don't mind seeing the defensive performances. If I take you
Yeah.
back to Ten Hag's first season, we had a lot of
Mhm.
games like this where we defended
Mhm.
resolutely and we got the victory over the line, especially for where we are. I don't want to see us playing like this for the rest of the season, but for
No.
this game, for some of the other games, because imagine we play like this and we win the next 3 games. Is anyone going to be complaining?
No, that's it.
Exactly.
It's not like pretty to look at, but you could see. I was getting a bit annoyed because I felt like Cunha was the only one trying to bring the ball up the pitch. Past like the 80th minute mark, it felt like it was very much the whole team had parked the bus. I mean, I understand, that's not a bad thing. But I could see Newcastle were getting like, you know what I mean? They were snatching at the balls more and more. They were getting more frustrated. You could tell they could see the clock ticking down. So it's like, I don't really recall, even though it was like squeaky bum time really from like, it was a solid 10 minutes of squeaking going on, but nothing really of quality, and anything that came in that would have been quality and dangerous. Super Laman's like a bloody, superhero through the sky, just
Senna
out.
to the rescue, man. Senna to the
Like a
rescue.
little
Senna
angel.
did great.
And speaking of angels, how good was Aiden Heaven? I mean,
Amazing.
20 years old. It's just, if I forget, it was kind of like, Euros had a little sort of, a little confidence knock and stuff. It reminded me of like when Euro was on, I really kind of looked for a couple of games like he could do no wrong, and I'd have to remind myself, this isn't like a 25-year-old man, this is a 19-year-old kid, and like the fact that just naturally they're gonna grow into their frames. And
we're hearing from Thomas Lean here. He says he's watching from Norway. He says Lawman's better positioning plus gutsy in the air. And Red Olsen says salmon Lawmans like a tin of salmon.
Mate, I mean, honestly, I bet if you pause it at the right moment, he's doing like a silly salmon, but he'll still catch it. Like,
go on, Alistair. So who's your man of the match today?
I'm just to be different because Laman's amazing. Dorgu scored, buzzing for him. That was funny timing. I'm going to say Aiden Heaven, though. I'm deeply proud that the laddies kept this trajectory of relative consistency.
Yeah,
and
that's a great point, honestly, because he was solid. I mean, you could even say Martinez, right? Lisandro Martinez was very solid today.
He looked
like we had so much defending to do that it's not just Lawmans, right? Those guys too. And I think Martinez gave us some of that aggression in the defense today, because they didn't just you didn't really see Voltemata. Like Voltemata is probably a foot taller than Martinez.
I forgot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's kind of weird now that just hearing you say Voltemata, I'm like, did he even get a touch? And like.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Alistair, I'm gonna keep it moving. If you are around, please come back. We'll bring you in for the panel. Yeah.
I'll keep it on.
Smash it, brother. Cool.
Live chat. So I'll
see you soon.
I'll move on and.
All right, let's get in. Ash, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing great. On a real buzz right here.
Yeah, where are you calling in from? Go on.
I'm calling in from Italy. Calling in from Italy.
Before.
Yeah. I missed the Villa match because I was not at home, but yeah, the one before, yes. How are you feeling? I guess you also have this buzz.
Yeah, absolutely. Your mic's a little bit too loud. Is there any way you can turn it down a little bit?
Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, sorry about that. Just to say, big result, and I am super happy to see that we can actually grind out a result given what the squad situation is. I mean, we are playing like, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 kids in that lineup, and the defense
it's crazy, bro. Our whole bench was like the U team today.
Exactly.
Like we had to bring Malacia onto the pitch. Like that tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. And when Mount came off, I was actually looking through the sub list for, okay, who are we bringing in here? Because there's no one. There's no like for like. And that was, I was concerned at halftime that, and you could see it a bit in the way that the play switched. They could recycle balls much easier without Mount on the pitch. But hey, if you get the result, I'm not complaining. I mean, it's a grind. It's not a pretty game, as was said by Neville before, but I'm happy. It's 3 points, and it's 3 points against Newcastle, who everyone expected us to be battered by. So not complaining at all tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly, dude, exactly. And go on. Who is your man of the match?
Martinez. I think
Nice.
that
What did you like about him?
Just just how solid he is, man, on defense. Like, he was intercepting, he was clearing, and it wasn't wild heaves up the field. He was actually targeting players out, and I think Dallo could have done a lot better on that chance that he got, because he did amazingly well to find him first time. He just shanked
I'll be honest with you, Ash. Sorry to interrupt you, but I think if Villa had the chances we had today, we're winning 3-0.
Yeah.
Because Morgan Rogers, that Šeško chance that hit the bar and the Dallo chance that he put over the bar, both of those should have been goals.
Thanks for reminding me. I think Šeško will go under the radar because of how well Heaven and Martinez played. But when Šeško was on, their defense could not break up field. They had to stay on him. And I was just a bit sad to see him come off early. But then again, the decision paid off. So I'm not going to complain about that tonight.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, actually, Šeško and Casemiro went off at the same time. And I think the Šeško was definitely like a fitness-related thing because he's coming back after a long time. And Casemiro, probably also a fitness-related thing because, we have a lot of games coming up. So those two changes actually made a bigger difference as well. And people are going to criticize Amorim like anything today, right? So listen, according to FOTMob, Senna Lomans was the man of the match. He had 3 saves and he prevented 0.98 post-shot expected goals.
You put either Binder or Onana in Laman's position today, and we are looking at like a 5-0, 6-0 defeat. Some of the catches, some of the clearances, they would not make that full stop. We have to credit where it's due. Laman's is the reason that's a clean sheet.
Also, Ash, we need to realize that Lawman's, once you find it difficult to score past a goalkeeper, you start thinking twice about where I'm going to put this finish. So they become worse because he's been so good.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what De Gea did. Remember that De Gea game 3-1 at the Emirates where we were playing in the black kit and he made like 17, 20 saves. Yeah. They just couldn't believe themselves.
Exactly.
And that's it. It wasn't as good as that today because that was like an all-time performance, but it was still very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Ash, thank you for your thoughts. Yeah, go for it.
I am happy that Dorgu scored, and that is going to do a world of good for his confidence. Because immediately after that goal, you could see a switch in him. He was so much more confident and assertive.
He was so happy. He looked so happy.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, great talking to you, Andy, and keep the buzz going.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for your thoughts. I'll get the other folks in. And guys, that's Ash calling in. I think the second time, absolutely smashed it. Let me get Be Cool. There's a few other people waiting, but I want to hear from Be Cool. Be Cool, how are we doing?
Hi, Andy. I'm happy because this was a game that we had to suffer, like Amorim is always telling.
Suffer.
But I don't think that he was very good in the substitutions.
Who is your man of the match? Let's get that out of the way first.
My man of the match is between the two center backs, Martinez and Evan. I think they provided a lot of security, but when he took Casemiro out and Mount and Casemiro when they left, our center midfield become completely open, and Amorim had to take Ugarte from the left side because he was helping a lot Shaw in the first half. Even on the build-up, Ugarte was playing as left back and Shaw as left winger. And when we were without the ball, Ugarte was helping a lot Shaw. Then when Ugarte started playing as a center mid, he couldn't play well as a center mid, and then our left side became imbalanced. And also with Dallo becoming more tired, our right side, it was a freeway. I think the second half, it was more just grit than the good football. It was awful football, We had 2 clear chances to make 2-0 and kill the game, but our inability to kill the game is always bringing the doom before us.
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of substitutions, be cool. I think Sheshko was taken off because for injury risk, right? Because he's just coming back from a long injury.
I think
and
he could
maybe
give him more
Casemiro.
10 minutes.
Okay, that's fair.
And Casemiro was very astonished that he went out.
Yes, he was. But to
It
be
wasn't
fair,
a physical.
the second half we were bad even before Casemiro went off. Even before Sheshko went off, we were struggling.
Yeah, because without Mount, Fletcher took a little time to get the rhythm. It's very difficult for a young kid to play at high intensity that Newcastle plays. It's very difficult because they can do very well the what we call in Portuguese the triangulations with 3 players. They do the triangles and they always have an exit lane, and it's very difficult for even seasoned players, much less young players. But it was good for him. It was good for the team. They had to dig deep and fight for the win. And this will. I hope that this will give the boost that the team needs to win more matches.
Yeah,
that's all for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Be Cool. Appreciate your thoughts. And Be Cool's a longtime contributor, so let's show some love for Be Cool in the chat. Thanks, Be Cool.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay, let's bring in Talloko Badger, somebody who's just started supporting United 1 or 2 years ago. Talloko, what'd you think about the game?
Thought it was an okay game that we well, in the first half we definitely kept the ball away from Newcastle. We managed to keep possession, and the possession did actually lead to chances. It wasn't just knocking the ball around. When we did shift defensive the second half, I thought that was pretty good as well. Dorgu used either Dorgu or Senna Lamans as my man of the match. I thought Senna Lamans specifically, I thought his positioning was better than it was in past games. But it also helped that we weren't giving up as many transition chances for so there's not Senna Lamans didn't have to do much firefighting. I do hope that in the future, when we don't have to sit back as much to get these clean sheets, and hope that our out of possession game is much more compact and much more solid. But other than that, I don't really have much to say.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool. Talloko, thanks for giving us your thoughts, man. We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back again sometime. Keep joining, and we'd love to see your journey as a United fan along with this community. So thank you so much for your thoughts.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring Robert. Robert, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good.
What did you think of the game?
For me, the game was great. I was relaxed. I had no stress. Like, I did not think we would concede any time, because what I told you guys last week is what just happened. I told you we have a problem with our structure, not our chance creation. So today our structure was good. Even when you were playing expansively, we saw that the structure was there, and Newcastle really found it hard to even sniff a chance out of us. And the subs, I don't even care about the subs, because the subs are what is needed. If you don't have Bruno and AFCON, and the AFCON players are not here, then you also don't have Delete and Maguire. You have to be protecting Casemiro, because then again, if you're deciding to defend deep, Casemiro is going to get a yellow card anytime soon. So I think it's actually a great decision by him to sub off Casemiro. And Sheshko, of course, it's fitness. So for me, I don't have much to say. I was just happy. Man of the match, Ugarte. For me, it was Ugarte.
Ugarte. Because interesting.
I back
You don't think
I've-
he was not good enough on the ball?
No, for me, he was good. He did what he had to do because this is his fourth start of the season?
I think so, maybe something like that. Yeah.
Fourth. So I think if he plays another 3 games, he'll come good. So for me, he was my man of the match. He did a Cruyff and was like,
Oh
look
yeah,
his
that was crazy.
confidence.
That was
Look
crazy.
his
That was
confidence.
crazy.
So because of the Cruyff, yeah, he's my man of the match.
We had 2 players today that thought they were channeling their inner Ronaldinho. One is Dorgu, the other one is Ugarte.
Dorgu was just all of a sudden turned into prime Gareth Bale, knocking the ball forward and
Oh yeah, did you
turning
see
on the
that the one
jets.
where he tried to make the run on the he knocked it forward and tried to make the run outside the pitch? That was
Yes, and
crazy.
that's why I'm happy. I'm happy because these guys show that if they have confidence, they can win a game.
Yeah.
Also, good
Yeah.
to see Malasia spawn out of nowhere because this dude spawns all of a sudden, then you don't see him again ever.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you see him.
Yeah. Guys, this thing is the StreamYard link is pinned in the YouTube chat. If you guys want to come join and have your thoughts, we can talk about the game. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree. I think Dorgu for me had his best game in a United shirt for sure. It wasn't
And what
even about the
actually-
finish. The way he was attacking the space, I thought was very good today.
What actually asked me about Dog is that he scored and I wanted to put him in my fantasy team and was like, no.
Yeah, wait, did you already have him in the fantasy team or you just put him in there?
I wanted to put him in, but I didn't because it was like, no,
Okay.
he won't do anything. So I just feel hard done.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Robert, if you're going to be awake for a bit longer, I'll bring you on along with the panel, okay, in a bit.
Okay,
thank you so much. We'll bring in Joel. Joel, how you doing, man?
Oh, hi.
You're like the opposite of all the haters on my channel. You only show up when we do something good.
No,
I like it. Because there's so many haters, bro. I'll see new comments every time we lose. It's like, oh, what now? What about Amorim? And today we win, and here you are. Nice to see you, brother.
Yeah, nice to see you too. I mean, we've been good today, I would say. But then also last week also we were good. We've been playing well, like recently, I would say. The performances are well in spells, I would say. But now I would say the full 90 minutes were good, I would say. Even though we had to defend a lot second half, but I would say we were good. Like, this is what I wanted to see. Also, like when I saw that starting team, I just thought like this is gonna be rough because I'm not sure if people remember, but like last year when we played with Casemiro and Eriksen, that was rough. Like that was awful. Was it even? But today, yeah, there was so much football. Martinez is the man. Like without him, we look so much. I mean, with him, we look so much better, I think.
Yeah.
Heaven was really good too today. But then I think it's because also he needs someone to like hold his hand, I guess, next to him. And Martinez is the right person. And so was Dallo.
I think Martinez also brought a lot of the aggressiveness today.
Yeah,
right?
But
which I really appreciated.
Yeah, and he won a lot of headers, and so did Heaven also. Heaven apparently won all his duels today. It was good.
Oh, every single one? Let me see.
Yeah, 100% of his duels.
He 94% pass accuracy, only misplaced 2 passes. 10 defensive contributions. 3 passes into the final third. Okay, well, he only had 2 duels. He had 1 grounded, 1 aerial.
But either way, like that was a good defensive performance, I would say. Even Ugarte surprised me also. We were good today. And
Ugarte went in for 15 ground duels and he won 8 of them, so just over 50%.
Yeah,
which is very good. I mean, I'm pretty sure we won the duel battle today. Overall across the game, because I look at Cunha, it's 5 out of 14, so Cunha was probably the worst one. But Dorgu, look at him. 6 out of 8 ground duels and 2 out of 5 aerial duels.
He was really good today also.
Oh yeah, Dorgu was insane. Best game from Dorgu for a long time. Easily. So who do you think was your man of the match?
I would say Martinez. Like, we really, really, really missed him. Like, really, like he was so good. I want to see him play every day, every week. And if we have to drop Luke Shaw, yeah, sure. Like, Martinez is so good. Also, just on the ball, like what he brings us, like even that assist that he almost gave to Dallo. I'm sorry, but Luke Shaw doesn't do that. Like that ball, like he doesn't do that, you know. And
sorry, which one? Say that again.
There was an assist like that ball that Dallo skied, the 1-on-1.
Oh yeah.
That pass. Luke Shaw doesn't do that, you know. Like there's not many players in our team that can do that, you know. And yeah, like I fucking love Martinez. Sorry for cursing.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, he's
it's okay.
Very, very, very good. And the thing is also, I think our performance. I mean, this today is not a coincidence. We've been decent, let's say, in the last month or so, but then the results weren't there. But yeah, I would say high five to Amorim. For this game.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's bring in somebody who has no idea about the game, which is Rishi, because he's just woken up. He was sleeping. But that's fair because the game started at like 1:30 a.m. for him and ended at 3:30 a.m. I guess, and now it is 4 a.m. So Rishi's up to early riser this time instead of being a late sleeper. So Rishi, how do you feel about the result? I'm not going to ask you about the performance.
Absolutely buzzing, mate, because only the second clean sheet of the season, 1-0 win. We went an entire season with like 9 or 10 1-0 wins and we won a title. This was back in 2010-11. So this is what good teams do, right? Like some people might disagree with the statement that we are a good team, but we are going there. We are going somewhere. So I'm very happy with this result. I had a feeling yesterday that our only clean sheet of the season had come against Sunderland, and we were playing the other half of the Tyne-Wear derby. Look at it, like we got a clean sheet against Newcastle and Sunderland. So any other teams from up north that we can play this season, maybe? Just absolutely just so buzzing, dude. Like this is one of my favorite things, you know. If I have this superstition, dude, that every final that I've seen since the 2008 final, right, we've lost. So I have a superstition that if I watch a game, there is a good chance we'll lose it. And with Amorim, like, you know, coming in last season, that came true. Like every game I saw, we seemed like we were losing.
But wait, like which finals did you watch then? Because we didn't lose a lot, right? I mean, since 2008. Like, okay, the one with Oli.
I mean, we lost two finals to Barcelona, dude. Yeah, and then we didn't really play a lot of finals. And then 2017 final against Ajax. I was working that evening, so I couldn't watch that final. The only other final that I saw which we won was the 2023 final that was coincidentally against Newcastle again. So I'm happy that we won. You know,
did we watch it together, Rishi? Did we watch the 2020? We watched one of the finals. Oh, we watched the City one together, and we lost that one too.
We lost that one. Yes, we watched the
blinders from the edge of the box.
Yeah, the one where those fuckers won the treble. Sorry for cursing, but I guess you'll make an allowance for cursing City, right? So, yeah.
It's not like they have any fans to defend themselves, so it's okay.
Yeah. So Andy, hold on. I was hoping you could give me like a quick 1-minute summary of the game and the highlights. Like, let a brother know what happened. I saw the Dorgu goal, by the way. What
Insane,
that was like
insane finish.
Robin entered his body, dude. Like what the hell was that finish?
Van Persie, Robin, whoever you want to call, like it's a crazy left foot finish. Like even better than the Ahmad one, because the Ahmad goal was a good goal, but it was kind of like, did it hit his shin? Did it hit his foot? Right?
Yeah,
like,
kind of hooked. Yeah, kind of scuffed the ball. This one was clean. Yeah, it was beautiful.
This was so clean. And I'll be honest, for me, the summary for you, Rishi, Dorgu scored an insane goal. Second half, Mount got injured, so I don't know how you feel about that. Mount got injured, or he got taken off at halftime, which had a similar impact on us, like Bruno getting injured at halftime, right? Because Bruno got taken off, it was a very similar impact. So the second half, we really struggled to keep a hold of the ball, and of course, that's what you get with an Ugarte in the midfield, right? Because he's gonna win the duels, he's gonna make it horrible for the other team, but they definitely had chances to score. Like if they were a better finishing team, I think Villa wins that game today against us.
Right? I saw some of the stats from the game. They obviously dominated the ball in terms of possession.
He also lost the duels battle.
Yes, overall. 43 to 52, which all things considered, dude, with the insane midfield that they have, I'll take 43 to 52, dude. Like whatever 45% duel win rate. It's okay. We don't have the physical profile in the team yet. It's fine. Regarding Mount getting injured, dude, in the last couple of weeks, I've kind of cooled down on the Mount. Let's say the brickbats that I give Mount, right? Like I've started seeing some of the good qualities he brings, because I did see that what he used to bring us earlier as well, but now it's a consistent run of games that I saw him. And whether he's been taken off or whether he's been injured or whatever,
I think it was more to do with I think it was more to do with taken off, because I still haven't heard any concrete news about him getting injured. But it's been.
Was he bad? Like what is the reason? Was it tactical? Was he bad or what?
No, it's injury related. But I don't know if he got an injury or if they're like, I'm starting to feel something, so we better not risk it. Because I think Amorim is like, listen, I would rather try to just defend for our lives for one half than risk losing Mount for 3 games when we don't have the AFCON players already, right? And I think that's also the reason why he took Casemiro off, why he took Šeško off, because he's like, we can't risk a single other injury, right? Dude, Malacia played today.
Yeah.
You want the summary of the game? Malacia played today. Malacia had to play. Fredrickson came off the bench. We had five youth players.
Did Licha play right center back?
No, left center back. Heaven played right center back.
Okay. And Shaw was central?
Shaw was left back. We played 4-2-3-1.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And Dorgu had his bail moment today. He even kicked it past somebody to try to chase after it from outside the pitch.
Yeah.
So that's what you missed. I should have started off with that.
But absolutely must watch replay type of a game, dude. I absolutely have to watch this in the morning now.
And Ugarte did a Cruyff turn.
Oh, so Ugarte did a Cruyff turn and skinned Bruno Guimaraes, and he ran past him. I was like, who is this guy? Yeah.
Rishi does not believe any of us right now. That look at him. Look at his face. He's like, am I still asleep? Am I still dreaming?
I got a bridge. I got a bridge in San Francisco. I'd like to sell you if you believe that. Like, what the
believe this? Ugarte played well. Ugarte played really well, especially that second half.
That I could believe, because it has to happen once in a while, right? See, in a dogfight, dude, you obviously want a bull mastiff, right? And Ugarte is exactly that.
Yeah.
On a dogfight, you want him to like kick up shit and like get going at people. That's the kind of person you want. And there's also the matter of personal pride, right? Because he's South American and he looked crap, dude. He looked crap in the previous game. So there's personal pride, like, dude, I'm an Uruguayan international. I'm making so much money. People are giving me so much shit. I gotta prove these people wrong, or I gotta prove the person who bought me right.
To be honest, like, the news must be reaching him like a year too late, bro, because we've been calling him shit for a bare time.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy, per the chat, did you see that? Ruben Amorim, Mason Mount felt something in the first half. He wanted to play in the second, but we can't lose more players.
Did you just put it in?
No, somebody else did. Meagle in the YouTube chat.
Oh, Ruben Amorim. Okay, Mason Mount felt something in the first half. He wanted to play in the second half, but we can't lose more players. Okay, see, so it was a squad management decision, not a tactical decision. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Fair, dude,
and,
fair.
Yeah,
That was a
exactly.
good game, guys. That's happiness.
great game.
Boxing Day win. Clean sheet finally this year.
That's 4-4, by the way. In the last 4 games we played against Newcastle, I was mentioning this to Nightwing at the start of the stream.
Wait, 4-4?
Fergie beat him on Boxing Day.
Oh.
Louis Van Gaal beat him on Boxing Day. Ollie's beat him on Boxing Day, and now we beat him with Amorim as well.
I heard today. Sorry to interrupt. Like in the beginning also of the game, I heard also that we never lost a boxing game at home since it's been like 42 years or something like that. So yeah.
And we needed Dorgu to get us over the line.
Yeah,
let's go, man.
I joined this chat. Was Rishi asleep during the game? Is this what's happening?
Yes.
Because that means he has to sleep through all the rest of the games until right? Because you got to.
He said it himself. You missed it. But he was just talking about the same thing. He was like, anytime he watches a big game or any game, to be fair, we end up losing. Although somehow maybe he was supporting Liverpool the day we played them. Because
breaking news: Rishi is actually a Liverpool supporter.
Yeah.
Nightwing, I have a very specific set of skills. You say that again, and you'll find out what those skills are.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's gonna the Liam Neeson's, the Key and Peele skit.
So far, I've been the Annie Hathaways. You're gonna see the Liam Neesons if you mention me and being a Liverpool fan in the same sentence again.
I think you know what it is. He doesn't want to be associated with Van Dijk. It's not even about the club.
Oh yeah, sure.
Van Dijk, Jamie
No.
Carragher, those guys can go F themselves. Man of the match: Patrick Van Persie or Johan Ugarte? Says Raphael, delicious delight of living. That's awesome,
Dude,
man.
I need to go check out this clip. Like, where was he when he did the Cruyff turn? Like, in his own box or in the middle of the pitch?
Middle of the park.
Yeah, at the sideline. Like he just
like left half space, middle of the pitch.
Okay. Was it like, you know how sometimes on FIFA you press a bunch of random buttons and then you're hoping for some sort of a trick?
I'll tell you what it is, Rishi. He wasn't playing FIFA. He was playing Street Fighter, and he was trying to perform some combo. And it worked.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
How you doing, Ed?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. How are you guys?
Very good, man. Is that a Bayern Munich? Is that a 99 kit? What is that?
No, this is a yeah, it is a 98 Giovanni Elber.
There we go. Nice. Is that like a retro jersey, or you've had that for a long time?
I've had this since I was a little kid.
Okay.
You're a big kid. It still fits you.
It does. I've had this for a very long time. Very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, most of my kits are Bayern kits, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Stop calling me, Nelson.
A real team, you know.
Nelson's on mute. Oh, lost Ed.
Nelson, what's going on, man? I was wondering where you are.
Rishi, you missed a hell of a game. You missed Ugarte actually dribbling. You missed Dorgu literally performing like I've never seen him before. Second half, we don't talk about the second half. We can only talk about the first. But
Ugarte was great second half defensively, Nelson.
Yeah, he was good. He was good defensively, to be fair. Heaven too. Heaven played well.
Yeah, did you guys talk about Heaven yet?
Game, yeah.
How good does Heaven look when he doesn't have to carry Euro?
Yeah.
I also think he's looking a little better in the shape, because I think central center back in a 3, he looks a little uncertain about which way he has to jump into, right? Whereas in a 4, he's looking a lot more assured. And I think even Euro is probably a little bit more assured in the 4 compared to a 3, because today we were actually building up in a 4 as well, not just not just like playing without the ball in a 4. So I thought it was an interesting game. I thought Martinez was also really important for Heaven having a good game, because we didn't see Voltemata, bro. He could have been 7'7", and he wouldn't have done anything today.
But I think we cut off all the crosses to Voltemata. Like, Gordon was useless. Murphy, I couldn't tell you where he was for.
Tallo
the
tried
first
his
half.
best to make Gordon look better.
Murphy put in a couple of good
Yeah.
balls though. That if they actually were attacked properly, would have
Mhm.
been dangerous against us.
I actually think Willock is the one who Willock's crosses to me were better, but they had Wissa in instead of Voltamade at that point. Because the issue with it's again Eddie Howe's so stupid. Like the every single person he brought in actually helped us instead of like it was a beautiful game, man. Like
What a manager.
Beautiful manager, man. He should leave Newcastle at this point.
I just want to say they brought on Joe Linton, Harvey
Mm-hmm.
Barnes, Johan Wissa, and Willock. We brought on Jack Fletcher, Joshua Xerxes, Lenny Yoro, Tyler Fredrickson, and Terrell Malacia, bro.
Yeah.
Like that guy, somebody do nobody has to do a wellness check at his house anymore because we know he's alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like nobody's seen him in a United team. I think it's been more than a year since he's had any minutes for United. And that's just crazy work for me. And since what, like 3-4 seasons now, he's barely played for us.
Rishi, what's more shocking for you? Ugarte doing the Cruyff turn or Malacia playing?
What's more shocking is
scoring a
that
banger.
what's more shocking for me right now is that Nelson hasn't come in yelling that I told you 4-2-3-1 was a better formation.
Hey, you're gonna. I want you to watch the first half, and then we'll talk.
No. I want you to watch the second half and then talk to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we changed the formation to. Well, to be fair, we didn't have anyone, so he had to adjust.
We could have been in Nelson's favorite formation.
Football, right?
Wouldn't have done anything.
It's like on FM when all your players are injured and you're looking through your reserves to see who you can put on, who could possibly play them in that position.
You start sticking your goalkeeper in.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
I'm surprised that Fredrickson has got a game at this club again after that Grimsby horror. I mean, the fact that Fredrickson's come in, it shows how bad things are, dude. Like,
guys,
I'm not even.
Robert in the background says Gordon tried his best to put up an Alejandro Garnacho impression.
He really did. He was poor. Yeah. But I wonder why is he not? I know Sekou Kone he's come back from injury recently, but I would have assumed if you're lacking midfielders, you should actually put him on the bench because we're really lacking in midfield right now. Like
that
seriously,
type of midfielder.
That kind of midfielder too. Yeah. Well, when he benched Casemiro, I was super shocked. I'm like, he's been off for 2 weeks.
So was Casemiro.
Yeah, Casemiro was pretty fresh.
So guys, who all played in midfield then? If Casemiro and Ugarte started and Casemiro went off, then Jack Fletcher came in and like Ugarte finished the game.
Yeah.
Fletcher came in for Mount.
We moved to a 3-4-3. We moved to a 3-4-3 after Casemiro went off. Till then, we were still playing a 4-2-3-1. After Casemiro went off, it became Fletcher and Ugarte as the two.
Euro came in
Dallo right wing back, left wing back was Dorgu, and then it was back three of Euro, Heaven, and Martinez.
What about the attack then? Xerxes, I heard Xerxes, and then who else was there behind Xerxes?
Doesn't matter. There was no attack.
Cunha. In the second half, just Cunha and Xerxes, that's it.
Honestly, I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Yeah,
it was
Cunha. We didn't see attacking in the second half. We're going to be honest with you. It wasn't that good.
We had two chances though, right?
Yeah,
45 minutes
the Sheshko chance, and I can't remember the other
that
one.
went super left.
Oh, yeah, the Cunha one, yeah.
What did Sesko look like? What was he like? I've not heard anyone talk about
He's
that.
pretty good, honestly. For me, yeah, I thought Sheshko hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
With a really nice, he did a step over and shot it. I don't
foot.
even think the keeper reacted. Yeah,
Yeah,
the keeper didn't even have a time to react.
And then as soon as that went over the bar, and he got subbed off like immediately after. He was coming off anyway.
Dallo had a chance for a Dorgu pass.
Okay, was it a Dorgu pass or a Lisandro pass?
Lisandro.
It was Lisandro.
Lisandro, okay.
Yeah. I was actually going to say that pass. I don't think anyone except probably Bruno and Lisandro make that pass.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only those two.
That's why he has to play there at that position, left center back.
Especially if Simics gets his way and we have to move on from Bruno, then we need Lisandro's creative passing.
I mean, if people still think we need to move on from Bruno after watching today's second half, they need to.
No,
I'll tell you the people who think that I do a podcast with every week, and both James and Semix are like desperate to see the back of Bruno. So we'll see how that works without him in the long term.
I think the more practical way is to think of Bruno probably needs to go because of his age next summer. But I don't like the fact that the plan is we need to get rid of him and we'll get better. That is my issue with it. But to each their own.
I also think there's so many examples of that exact plan not working out, then examples of that plan working out, right? Where you're saying, oh, like what I think James is giving me examples of, like OKC getting better after getting rid of Russell Westbrook. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, you're really going to use that example to say we're going to get rid of Bruno and then get better? It's also, how many years did they actually take to get better? We don't have that kind of time.
It's like saying that City got better when De Bruyne left. It's like saying
But I can say the multiple examples of it working though. Arsenal when Ozil left.
There's still less, but it's like what, 1%? Like,
okay, but Ozil was not, when Ozil moved on from Arsenal, he was not.
Okay, how about
Ozil had checked out for 2 seasons before that. He was kicked out.
It was the whole Turkey thing, Germany-Turkey thing. We wouldn't go down that rabbit hole. The other one was Tottenham when they sold Bale.
But how long is that ago?
What? When they sold Bale? No, dude. It took them 3 seasons to get better. It took them 3 seasons. No. It took them 3 seasons to do anything significant because he left in 2013.
Yeah.
He left in 2013. In 2016, they reached the top 4.
We'll talk about this game. We don't need to talk. We're going to do. I'm sure there'll be another thing about Bruno this week, but we'll talk about this game again. Sorry, my bad. I brought a tangent.
Yeah. That's what? Okay, we gotta ban some people.
What's going on?
What the hell is that?
I have no idea. You should be seeing it deleted.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I have no idea. You love it when someone tries to troll without context. Okay. We're not going to go down the Spurs rabbit hole. They have expressions to do that. And he does a good job, to be fair.
Yeah.
Ed, tell me, man. Tell me about the shuffling that Casemiro and Amorim are going to talk about.
You guys didn't shuffle in the second half, like while watching the game.
A lot.
Yeah.
No, but now I'm wondering what other shuffling is coming in the next game.
I don't think there will be in the next game, to be honest. I think today was a very resilient game for all our players, the staff, everything else. I think today's game needed to happen for us to actually realize certain things.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Which people are going to write off Newcastle, but they're still a dangerous team. They got world-class players in almost every single position.
100%, yeah.
So I think going forward, we have 3 games we should win, realistically. They're going to be tough, but if we could squeak this one out, we could do the same thing against Burnley. We could do the same thing in the next 3 games. If we have to win like this, we have to win like this at the end of the day. There's nothing you can do about it. I'd rather win like this than lose flashy, like everybody else would. But I don't want to suffer like we did in today's second half. I want to see some sort of football being played. I don't want to just see a wall in the back, Mourinho all over again. I do not want to see that. I get he doesn't have options to put in, Amorim, but they need to figure something out. Hopefully Kobe comes back. Maybe Kobe will help us out a little bit there. But if he doesn't, then I think Kone needs to.
I have a question here, Ed. I have a question for you. I didn't watch the game because it was bloody 1:30 kickoff. So was there any, did they look close to scoring?
Oh yeah.
In the second half.
Yep, they did. I mean, they were doing a lot of. There was low crosses coming in. There was high crosses coming in, but we did really well.
Laman's close second for man of the match, by the way.
Our shape was really good in the second half, though. The way our players were moving without the ball was really, really good. That's what impressed me the most in everything. That we can keep a clean sheet when we need to, and they were getting stuck in. People were chasing the ball, nipping at ankles. Just it was the perfect game management game against a really good team, and somebody said, "Oh, we're gonna suffer at Ellen Road." No, the hell we won't. That team has the Bielsa curse after getting rid of Bielsa. You're telling me Calvert-Lewin is going to score against us? Are you kidding me? I'll put my house up right now that he'll never score again.
Watch out. I think he scored 5 in the last 4 or something.
He's not scoring against us. The best player on that team is Antoine Stach, right? Hopefully he gets injured right before our game.
Okay.
But you're saying that you're saying that you don't want to see another, like, you say that we don't want to see another second half like that, but also we don't have any options. So what? Because of the personnel we have until AFCON is done or Bruno and Kobe come back.
Well, Mainu could come back. Could come back. Maybe
but
Mount
you're also
play
expecting him
game.
to play at a level that would be very good, where he hasn't really shown that much this year.
We took out Mount, who was literally connecting the midfield and the attack, put on Fletcher, who was there to defend the
space,
the middle of the pitch. Whatever he was there to do.
Fletcher was looking lost today. That was too much pressure.
He's
to put
18.
on.
18. Yeah.
Does,
but if Mount could play and we could keep some of those guys in, we could at least hold the ball for a little bit for 1 or 2 minutes instead of just, hoofballing it the whole time. And we got lucky we played at home today too. Very lucky we were at home.
Yeah, and let's be honest, every corner kick, every set piece they had, it looked like it was going to be a goal. Like,
oh yeah,
it was last-ditch defending every single one. I'm actually shocked that they didn't try and play for more set pieces, because that seemed like the only way they were going to score.
I think that's coming in a little with too much praise for Newcastle, to be honest, because the problem I had with Newcastle today is they had like 75% possession in the second half, bro. With the players they have, they should be able to create some good chances. And you said
neck and neck on XG. Neck and neck on XG.
Yeah, hold on. We were essentially down to 10 men in the second half. Would you agree? Based on the players we had on the team?
Yeah, true.
They couldn't create more than one big chance that whole game. And you said it yourself. You don't care about XG. You care about big chances.
Yeah.
That was very important from them.
Thank their manager for that, though.
Yeah. No, but I think had they kept, again, that was my whole point about Eddie Howe literally helped us by removing the big striker, bringing in a small striker, and then constantly crossing. That was the only way. They didn't penetrate us. That's one of the things that I liked, as what Ed said. Our shape really slowed them down. But when you look at my biggest concern is what Ed said. We can't replicate this against any decent side. Like this second half, I mean. That second half was so poor. If we're going to play against another team like this, well, we dominate them first half, and then we sit back the second half.
Well,
here's my thing.
Go for it.
Here's my thing, though, and Nelson, I understand because of our history and stuff. But for me today, they had the ball like 75% of the time. They had the ball on our side for the first 10 minutes of the game, and we were able to keep a clean sheet. So my mentality of being the optimist always is like, oh, good, look, this is a good lesson. They actually did a job that we've been asking them to do for a while. So instead of like saying, oh, we can't keep that up against another side, for me, it's, okay, good. Maybe they've started to learn how to be better defensively and not be so frantic. And that's why we're able to keep the clean sheet today against a team that had freaking Joe Linton come off the bench. And we were able to keep a clean sheet against them when we had absolutely no offensive ability because we don't have any offensive players. So
also,
for me, my mentality
Barnes
is
their
that's a good
top scorer. He came off the bench, right? Barnes is their third top scorer. He came off the bench.
Some of those crosses could land the wrong way, and it's a goal. That's what we're saying.
But also, like, we're talking about the set pieces. We got lucky. Like, I think the ref made the right call in the Lisandro handball. But you get a bad ref, that's a handball.
But
what I'm just saying is, I just want us to clarify. The result is great. We played great in the first half. The second half, let's be honest, positivity is great and all, but it's not like I don't think we were so good defensively that I go, oh yeah, we shut them out. Let's be honest, there were multiple times in that game. No, we didn't like shutting out is you clearly see that there was no chances, absolutely none.
No, Nelson, if you can meet me halfway on this, right? Because I don't think anyone here is saying that was a great second half performance.
I think Ray is.
I wasn't. He's saying that defensively we shut them out, right?
Okay.
He's trying to take the positivity there. So I'll tell you my point, and I'll let Ray speak for him because he's here, right? I'll say this for me, second half was squeaky bum time all the way.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I always judge the performance based on what I expect from the players that are on the pitch. And given that we had so many kids, we had Malacia come onto the pitch, bro. And like Malacia, Fredrickson hasn't played since the Grimsby game. He's been like, I'm sure he's thanking his stars. He even got a performance today. So based on all of the mitigating circumstances, and Newcastle, I don't care if they have some injuries in their squad, they had better players to bring on than us today,
100%.
right? 100%. So even if the changes he made, okay, Wissa's worse than Voltamata, they paid 50 million to get him from Brentford, and he was Brentford's second best player last year. Yes, he's coming back from injury. I hear you on all that, but still, right? If he scores today, nobody's like, oh, great from him to do that after an injury. Yeah, nobody cares. So I think my point is we've had better players. We've played against worse teams, and we've struggled to keep a clean sheet, but we were able to do that today. Right. So that is a good sign. And I'll tell you what, if we just, because the game's just finished, maybe it's hard to kind of take all this in. One thing I will say is I think we've figured out our back line now. Right? The center back line, Martinez and Heaven, actually looks like our best partnership. I think moving forward for the next 5 games, even if we have De Ligt and Maguire back, I would say I've seen enough from both of those guys today to say they did deserve a chance to play like 3 games in a row together.
I fully agree. With that.
At least the center backs.
Yeah, but if you play this game away from home, you're either drawing or losing this game.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry to interrupt, but we've been also really unlucky, I would say. So you have to also accept that. I think good amount of times, this season, let's say we've played good for 60 minutes, and then we had a spell of 10 minutes we don't play well, 2 goals, he's done. We've done that this season maybe 10 times, I would say. So I think it's fair also to give us credit when it's due. Yes, we were a little bit lucky, sure, but then so were so many teams,
Also, here's what I'll say, Joel. I'm sure Nelson will agree with this as well. We haven't had games. Villa's had 10 games where they've just played not so good and won. We haven't had a single one yet. This was our game that actually goes like Villa, right? Because that goal from Dorgu is a finish that you would see Morgan Rogers pull off.
Yeah. Right?
That finish from Dorgu was as good as something that Morgan Rogers can do, and we got that luck going our way today. So that was something that I'm just happy. I don't think Nelson's unhappy. That I'm
very happy. I'm trying to temper. My point is, and this is my point, Ray, by the way. I am happy about this result. I actually thought we were going to lose. That was my first assumption. So when I see how well we shut them down, that first half was perfect for me. The second half, yes, I just don't. Okay, maybe let me reword. Maybe it's I have seen us try this style where we first attack and then we try and defend a lead. And as Joel said, every single time we've tried this, except this game, we always concede. And this time, it was the opposite. We actually won the game. And with the players that we had, is a fantastic result, specifically at the end. But you can't, my point is, we have been doing this over and over and over again. We've seen that it doesn't work. Just because it worked this time, that doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I want to ask you, do you think that was more down to Amorim's strategy being, let's do that? Or was it down to more, these are the players we have, this is the best we can do?
I'll give you this. Mount, I get it. If it was an injury, 100%. If he had a knock, get him out. No problem. Cass, though, I didn't agree with Cass. Cass, first, look at Cass's when it was coming off. He was shocked. He was shocked he was getting pulled. Yeah. That's why I was like, why did we didn't need to pull him on. But if you're managing and you're saying the next game is really, really important, and you think Tyler Fredrickson and all these guys can do a job, I have to give credit to Amorim.
I have a question. I have a question for the panel as well, and because Nelson, we've been going back and forth for a while now. But I have a question for the panel as well, which is, don't you guys think the decline started in the beginning of the second half, not actually when Casemiro came off? we were
Mount went
struggling
off.
at the start. Yeah, when Mount went off is when the struggle started, not when Casemiro came off. And in fact, I would argue it's not really the Casemiro substitution, but Casemiro and Šeško got substituted
both.
within a
Yes.
minute of each other.
Yeah. Both of them did.
And
Yeah.
Šeško had to come off because again he's coming back from fitness. We can't. He took Mount off because he's shitting bricks about like if Mount gets injured, we have nobody, right? And that's the reason he's taking Šeško off.
Šeško too.
He's gotta be
Yeah,
careful.
those. You're completely right, Andy.
Yeah,
So I actually
the
think
game
the second half
state
was bad.
I think when he started taking them off, he knew we're gonna defend for our lives, and hopefully we can hold a clean sheet.
Yeah,
we hit a Burnley.
You know what's the funniest thing? We would have looked and played so much better with a 3-4-2-1, but we probably might have lost this game.
Yeah, true.
I'm not even kidding.
No, that's true. If we kept the 4-2-3-1,
regardless of the
we
players,
lost.
You mean for the whole game, not just the second half.
No, for the full game.
For the full game.
Yeah.
And that's the funniest irony. That's the development and progression of Amorim as a responsible custodian of the club, saying, "Hey, I got to get results. I can paint the most beautiful painting of football on the pitch, but if nobody's coming to the gallery and I can't sell any of these paintings, I'm going to be on the street." So he's accepted that. That's fantastic. But guys, oh my God, Joshua Zirkzee, get that brother on a plane. I got the Coliseum to get him to see. I got a nice spaghetti carbonara waiting for him. I got a nice little pizza margarita. Get that brother out of my club. What is he doing on the pitch? He got subbed in 30 minutes to freaking play. No energy, no pressing, no nothing. He wants the ball to be played at his. I'm gonna relax.
I think I haven't seen the game, but if that's how he played, then probably he's got the offer from the Roma side.
Hold on, Rishi. I'll tell you. I'll be honest because again, Sean's off camera, so no idea the unspeakable things he's doing off camera right now. He's got some voodoo dolls of Zirkzee trying to poke it some ways. But
I ain't Pogba's brother, man. Come on, chill.
No, but so for me, Zirkzee, the problem I had with him, there was one point where he had his back to the defender near our halfway line, and he was like gnawing at his feet, right? Tiao, I think it was, behind him, and he was just way too relaxed with it, right? Like he didn't show urgency to get rid of the ball, and we ended up losing the ball there. And for me, that's unforgivable, right? Some of the other things, like the ball over the top to him that he couldn't control with his feet, like he doesn't have the pace. He's a little limited by his physical attributes, right? So that was my problem. So I hear Sean on the urgency bit. That's a problem, and that's not just a small thing. That's something you can be upset
But also,
about.
we got very fortunate, Andy. Let me just say one thing. You could have given Newcastle 5 hours. They wouldn't have scored against us. That was a championship mid-table team that we played against. We were so fortunate to come up against this team. Forest played better than them. Ugarte, Bossing, Tonali, and whatever other Donnies were in the midfield. Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno who? This is the guy they're saying there's only one Bruno? Like, what are we doing, dude? That was.
I'm surprised that you guys are saying that they played so bad, and I mean they probably played bad too. But
Rishi, you'll turn it off the game halfway. It's so bad. It was literally. It was a horrible game.
It's surprising because I've seen some of the previous performances, like against Chelsea. They were really good.
The Chelsea game. Yeah. That's why, Rishi, I thought we were going to lose because I watched that Chelsea game and I was like, we are going to get battered if they play like this.
Nelson, this is also the same Chelsea that came and lost to us, right?
True, it's a terrible Chelsea.
And so, that's what I'm saying. Like Chelsea. And
also,
these guys
didn't Newcastle beat someone big 2-1? Was it Liverpool that they won? No, it wasn't Liverpool, right? Or was it Liverpool? They won 2-1.
They've had some. So that was my point before the game. I was talking to a Sri Lankan guy, Prashu, on the stream, and we were like, if we're the good team, a good Amorim team that comes in and plays today, then Newcastle are going to beat us. But if we're 100%. A shit team, we have a chance to win. And I guess we were the latter today. So honestly, like, listen, I'll tell you what, Newcastle today reminded me of us against City, right? Where we had so much possession, but we were toothless. We couldn't do anything on the attack. The difference is City had Haaland and different good attackers, whereas we didn't really have that many attack. We could have won this game 3-0, even with today's attack. If Dorgu finishes his chance, Dallo finishes his chance with the ball over the top, and Šeško doesn't hit the crossbar. That's a 3-0 game, right?
Today's game, came down to how hard everybody played on United.
Yeah.
Every single player on the pitch, you can't fault, like, you got to give credit to every single one of them. They gave 110% today. He asked that of them at halftime, I guarantee you, because when he took Mount off, he said, guys, we're going to defend the rest of this half. Do what you can. And everybody played really, really hard. And I think that's where the win came from. Xerxes didn't even play. He just showed up and walked around Old Trafford for a little bit.
No, but this is
the
difference, though. This is the difference in the Premier League. You have a team like Forest who's able to finish in Champions League spots, and then this year, because of whatever changes, whatever dysfunction, the players are not playing as hard as they are. They have match fixture congestion. These are the finest of margins that it takes to play in the Premier League. So as much as I think that was the most just dreadful, like squeaky bum time second half that I saw, we needed this win as a team to demonstrate that the players are bought in to this manager. Because if I saw any type of more, if we had at least 2 more Xerxes efforts on the pitch, I would have said, you know what, just bin the club. These guys are not fighting for the man.
Xerxes' effort was balanced by Dorgu's insane effort because he was already bent over, like he was huddled over like in the 78th minute, but he balled out. So
third line,
maybe that balance, Dorgu balance, man.
Listen, we need to give Dorgu his flowers. I was somebody that was very harsh on Dorgu. When Andy put out that
raise your hand if you're harsh on Dorgu. Raise it. Nelson, raise your hand. I remember.
No, I've been the only, Andy and I, the only two, maybe Rishi, I don't know what Rishi said about Dorgu, but I've been Dorgu's number one. Dorgu is a young player. You'll never hear me hate on young players, by the way. I think we're very harsh on young players. You wouldn't hear me hate on Euro.
Wait. Xerxes is not a young player?
Xerxes is 23, isn't he?
Xerxes is 25 almost.
25, yeah, he's not young.
No, I think he's 24.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I thought he was
not
60, by the way.
Bought him when he was
hold on.
He was today. He tried to play like Ronaldinho.
Xerxes 24 years old, buddy. Come on.
Oh my God, we need to sell him tomorrow. Like sell him right
he
now.
needs to go.
Yeah, get him out. He is not a 20. He's not a 20.
Hold on.
He's not 20.
Hold on. Speaking of Dorgu, can we go to Semix?
Yeah. So that's what I want to hear from.
Yeah, well, first, before I even speak on Dorgu, can I just say, like, I think Nightwing, Nelson, and Sean need to just like enjoy this win. I don't know why Nightwing's being so.
Who's saying I didn't enjoy this win?
Like, you just need to be happy. We just had a win.
I didn't enjoy this win.
It's Boxing Day. I don't know why you guys are so angry all the time.
Okay, he's doing a Nightwing impression. I get it.
We were watching together, me and Shant, and we were both yelling.
We were yelling at each other. Him and Bosnian, me and Armenian.
Yeah.
I called him Marakunem. He called
you guys
me
are ruining Boxing Day for every Manchester United fan. Like, why can't you just be happy? We won.
Listen,
that's number one. And then Dorgu. Dorgu, I just want to tell Andy, I've been telling you since day one, this boy can ball. I don't know.
Is this opposite day for semis?
Well. How the turntable?
No. I'll be real. I was saying this on my live stream or my watch along that I think that Dorgu and Delo playing on the same side is actually super impressive. I wonder if it'll work on the other side too, because I think that might be a solution for our other side actually once we get our boys back. But
so you're not saying to replace them. You're not saying to replace Mbeumo and
no, I would never replace Mbeumo and Ahmad with Dorgu and Delo.
That ever happened?
No, but I would totally
supporting City.
No shot. But I would totally try them on the other side because it's obvious to me that Dorgu's seeing Delo behind him, and Delo, the spacing between Dorgu and Delo today was so good that I think that kind of takes a lot of weight off Dorgu's shoulders and lets Dorgu kind of do his thing. And I feel like he was not always, back and forth, like chaotic.
Semix, on that same thought, I have a follow-up for you. Don't you think on the other side it contrasts with what Cunha does a little bit? Because today Dorgu had a lot of space to run into, whereas Cunha is usually the guy that's operating that space or not holding his position too well. So do you think that actually works with both of those guys on Cunha's side?
So you guys can't see every poster behind me right now because of how small the square is, but there's a picture of Cunha right there. And when we bought him, I was celebrating like crazy. And today he's the one that I would have benched. And I'm sorry to say it, he's the one that I felt bad about, like let down by, whatever you want to call it. He didn't pass the ball when he should have passed the ball. he also was the first one to stop tracking back and running as hard in the second half.
Can I contend? Can I contend that with you, Semi?
I don't agree.
I'm taking. Yo. Hold on, dude. I'm not saying the guy played a horrible game. I'm saying out of everybody that I could have benched today, that would have been the guy I benched. I could have had a bunch of performers, performing at 8s and 9s. I still have to bench one guy. That would have been the guy for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he played horrible. He's still my favorite player.
And I'm not saying you're saying horrible. I think okay. So,
but
what we've seen
ahead.
in the three back semis is that we've had players having to go into formations that they're uncomfortable with. Most importantly is Bruno. He's had to play deeper, vacate the midfield, go into the final third. So we've lost that mid block, whatever. Now, when we've seen this 4 at the back with the 4-2-3-1, I think Cunha was done a huge disservice being played on the left, because when Mount came off, I thought to my head, okay, Cunha slots in the middle. Maybe you get a Montato. Maybe you get a Shea Lacey to still provide some of that dribbling prowess on the wings, so we can at least have some semblance. But Amorim was in, listen, we need to have as many points as we can get from this game. So I understood the Fletcher substitution, and I still think, even though he still had those teething pains that we see all the time with Cunha, too late to release the ball, takes a shot. I still think he was the only threat that we had. But I'm with you. Based on what I thought.
Can I just say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want everyone.
Semix, 1 second. One second, Semix. So I don't fully agree with Semix's take, but I will provide 2 points that stood out to me in the first half for that are against Cunha. Right, there was one time when very early in the game we were trying to make a break and Mason Mount won the second ball high up the pitch or something. And he turned around blind, played a pass into the channel on the left-hand side, and Cunha was where Šeško is, like right hugging Šeško basically. And he needed to hold his position on the left-hand side. So Cunha is somebody that struggles with his positional discipline, not just with releasing the ball, not just with taking shots when he should be passing. And there was another moment where, what was it?
There was a moment where they set up a triangle on the left side, and it was Casemiro, Shaw, and I can't remember who, but they were in a triangle, and all Cunha had to do was run his zone 16. And you can see the guy with the ball peeked his zone 16, and he's not there, so you have to pass backwards. Eventually it leads back to our goalkeeper, and now Newcastle goes in their man-on-man press. And it's like, dude, it's not that hard. Like, the play right here is after the second pass, you run to zone 16. I'm sitting at home. I've been watching this for a year now, and I know what he's supposed to do, and he's not doing it. Now, again, you're making me say harsh things about one of my favorite players. I love Brazilian and Portuguese players. I was so excited to get Cunha, but I think the message here is that, guys, he hasn't found his chemistry with the team yet. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Those are two different things. He hasn't found his give and go touches with his teammates. He hasn't found, like, how can he's doing it individually, which is fine. And you want him to do that too, but in the right moments, at the right times when the space is available for those moments. He hasn't found that chemistry, that thing that Ahmad and Mbumo have a little bit of chemistry going on right now. You get what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. In the second half, nobody was finding that chemistry. How many times did we see Cunha with the ball and three players on him, and he's trying to get out of trouble?
Bro,
he's trying to buy us some time.
Not all of it was like just spontaneously. There's three players on him.
But
one touch ago or two touches ago, he could have passed.
Bonito game. It's not a Joga Bonito game today.
Bro,
and that's the way he
my next tactical breakdown video is just to prove that statement wrong. I'm literally going to make like 10 minutes of where he didn't have to be.
You could go ahead and make a wrong video all you want.
No. But the thing is, you're making it sound like it was the team's fault that Cunha ended up with three players around him. It was the whole team's fault that Cunha ended up with three players around him, and that's not facts.
I think it was Amorim's. I think it was Amorim's, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not, and that's nothing against Amorim. I think that's he recognized we are in a point preservation state, because you can't tell me there was any type of focal point of attack with the way that Lobbins was kicking the ball out, with the way that Martinez and the back line were just booting the ball into space, with a guy like Xerxes who isn't going to bust even a quarter of his lung to either have any type of press. Like, if we're going to play,
what about the first half when Xerxes wasn't
first half?
there?
Totally agree.
Can I contextualize something here, Sean, about Cunha? Cunha had 58 touches. He lost the ball 13 times. Mount, who went off in the first half, had 28 touches, lost the ball 11 times.
Yeah.
That's the difference between what Cunha did. Like, I get you. I remember the point where he dribbled. He could have easily laid it off to Dorgu, who was open. And that could have been a goal. Or
sorry, Nelson, where are you seeing the stat? Where are you seeing the stat?
It's on SofaScore. You can go on SofaScore.
Yeah.
And
what do you mean lost the ball? Is it like dispossessed?
Like dispossessed. Yeah. Okay. So he had 2 unsuccessful touches, and then 13 like someone actually won the ball off of them. And he had 52. But like,
okay, guys, how many? We have Roan joining the call here.
The coolest guy.
Let's go.
Joel Pino said in chat, Cunha did the dirty game with the ball. He like the dirty work, trying to get fouled and buy us time. And that's exactly what he
Joel
was
Linson,
doing.
remember that one? Lifted the ball. So smart. It's like those things that.
How many times was he dribbling past 2 players, Sean? Like,
dude,
I always think, please don't lose the ball. Please don't lose the ball. Yeah. And it like you stop, you don't see what's happening, and the ball just pops out in front of him, and he's already past him. And I'm like, oh god, joga bonito.
The game today wasn't as bad. I mean, I will say this: it wasn't as bad as Semik saw it. But maybe I'm looking forward to his video now.
Cunha suffers if Šeško doesn't play. By the way, that's when Cunha suffers.
Okay, go on, Ron. You have the floor.
You're muted.
No, he's not muted. You're good. Keep going. I agree.
I agree. Good point. That's what a 3-4-3 is. Gotcha, man. Got it. Yeah.
I mean, part of it's just jokes, right? But no, I thought it was a pragmatic approach from Amorim, and I think he doesn't get enough credit. I think what people are forgetting, right, is like part of what they're trying to build at United is long term. Like, and when Ratcliffe came out and backed him for 3 years, people have this idea of like we're so focused on the immediate results when the 3-4-3 is the long term goal that we're going to play. And part of the reason why is because it's so adaptable, which I talk about. Like, I mean, it's funny to me because last time we were talking about how we played a 4-1-4-1 and we didn't. And today we actually played a back 4, proper fullbacks, right? And I was listening to James' channel earlier and I thought he made a good point. I think a lot of people view like a back 3 as more defensive than a back 4 when it's not, right?
Yep.
A back 4 is far more defensive, and we often play with one actual natural center back in the back 3. We often play with 2 fullbacks and 1 center back in the back 3. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a pragmatic win. I thought,
but Ron, it's it's not the formation. It's also down to the system, which is how the coach wants to play it. Because if you actually look at Slot's 4-3-3. It's way more attacking than any other system there is. That's why he's losing so many games, because he has like only 2 center backs sitting back, and he's got both the wingers high and wide.
I would dispute the fact that you consider Van Dijk a center back also. So probably maybe
it's not. It's the system.
Well, I would. I think the thing that people don't understand sometimes is there's a difference between a system and a game model.
Ron, give me a second. Let's because you've had very, very loud words to type in chat. When you say people, just directly, call it out.
Well,
what did I say specifically that said?
Well,
that
we say
I don't
things
have
like
an understanding.
We say
hold on, Ron. Before you answer, Ron, hold on. Before you answer, guys, Ed, Sean, both of you guys. This isn't bloody scary movie or Scream, okay? You don't threaten a guy off camera. You bloody come on camera and say what you got to say. These are prison rules. You go down on a brother, you look him in the eye and go down on him. Or make him go down on you, whatever goes on.
Look him in the eye. I'm pretty sure that's not what you meant. I'm pretty sure that's not what you meant.
Demonetization incoming.
Whoa.
I meant take a brother down. Sorry.
Down to the washroom and make him drop the soap. Sounds like Rishi. What are you talking about, bro?
No, I got a back Ron on this one, dude, because he's at least coming on camera saying it with his chest, not like hiding behind some sort of display
Whoa.
picture or whatever.
No, he was
saying
it behind the avatar.
Well, I
He's
didn't.
saying,
I didn't
don't-
get on last time. I
Oh,
wanted
okay,
to.
so you're on. So now I've had enough FaceTime on this channel. Why don't we see from you? I want to see with your chest what you have to say. What specifically did I say that demonstrates that I don't know about this system or how he wants to play?
A lot of
Can
people.
I say, hit the like button if you're here right now, please.
This is beautiful. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, go on.
Please.
Sure. Well, like a lot of people, for example, like Oliver.
No, not a lot of people. What did I
don't
say?
cut him off. Let him
say.
No, because I didn't. He
Well,
wants
Sean,
to go
I'm
in
just
fucking
saying.
circles. Just say.
Well,
what
you
did I say?
you say a lot of things. I'm saying that a lot of like general content is out there. Like people are saying things like, "Well, players are out of position," or like we are playing multiple variations of a formation in a game. It's not true. This is what I'm saying. Is like the 3-4-3 game model. The whole reason how a 3-4-3 operates is that it is highly adaptable, right? So at times we're in sometimes we're in a 4-2-4 high block. Sometimes we're in a 4-4-2 mid block. Sometimes we're in a 4-2-3-1 mid block. A lot of times we defend in a 5-4-1 low block, but we would never say we play a 5-4-1, right? Or we would never say we play a 4-2-4. And so there's a big difference between how your shape adjusts in a game versus your game model. And we say things like, well, Bruno is playing completely out of position. Okay, sort of. Bruno is playing the role of the 8 in the double pivot. And we said things like, well, we don't play with a holder, which isn't true. And if you went back and watched the game last time, at no point did we play in a back 4 in a 4-1-4-1 with one holder.
So if I went to SofaScore and I saw the average positions and there's not 4 at the back, you're going to tell me that was not.
No,
4
and this is the
players.
point. This is the point.
Got it.
Is depending on who you're playing, how you defend changes, right? So the adjustment in the game, and what was Villa doing? Villa was overloading their left side, and so we had who played on the right. It was Dallo who defended a lot like a right back, and we defended in banks of 4 at times. At other times we didn't, right?
Ron, may I just step in here for 1 second? Because last stream, you came out and said that we didn't play a 4 at the back at all, right? I'm remembering this correctly. The last game, after the last game, you said we didn't play, and you guys have the system wrong. Everything you just said before the last 10, 15 seconds in terms of 5-4-1, 4-4-2, all of us, me and Semix, both on our channel, have officially made videos calling that out. And we've said that. Yeah. So it's not like we don't understand the system or see the system the way you do. That's the first thing.
I'm not saying you guys don't.
Second thing I will just say, we were looking at the build-up shape as a 4 at the back, which it was at times. It was also the 3-1-6, which we are more used to, right? With Martinez playing in front of the 3. But there were times when Martinez actually himself dropped into the back line to make a 4. Semix can confirm this in the last game. Martinez did that. He dropped into the back line. So if you want to go watch the game, so that's what we were talking about. And the reason why we were substantiating that claim a lot more than we did before is because Amorim himself, Laurie Whitwell, got a information from the club, somebody that we were going to change it. The conversation happened before the Wolves game that we were moving to a back 4. Yeah, and Bournemouth was the game that we changed it first.
No.
We didn't. Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Ron.
No, we
See,
didn't.
you know I'm an honest guy, right? I had your back when you came on camera. I had your back at the right times. But dude, the Bournemouth game was the first time that we had a back 4 in possession. Maybe in the next one, Andy. The first game when we had a back 4 in possession, it was Shaw, the two center backs, Euro and Heaven, if I'm not wrong, and we had Dallo on the right back position. It was the first game in possession where we played a back 4. Bournemouth was the game.
I'm going to back Ron up a little bit just by saying that today was the most obvious back 4 that we've seen. But it's been a back 4 for a while.
I just think the thing where I'm not understanding is the difference between a game model and the shape you're playing in the moment. There are rotations that happen constantly. And so like the rotation you're talking about with Martinez, when he dropped in the back line, Shaw would drift out wide, the wing back tucked in, and Martinez would drop in. It's a normal rotation between you'd have between a left back, a holder.
Can I take this one?
Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
I take it? Andy, do you mind if I take this one?
It was funny because it was the test at me.
Hold on. Let me take it. So in a back 4 system, what you're going to see is a winger and a fullback on the exact same vertical line. Whereas like in a back 3-4-3, when the wingers go, yes, the two center backs will start to move out there, but they won't be on the exact same vertical line. They'll be on the inside. Like if you've ever seen like positional play tactics boards or fields, they won't go on that exact same vertical line unless they're tracking a man out there. But they won't do it when there's no man out there to do. Whereas today you saw them exactly on the same vertical line, whether there's a man out there or not. And that's why I think you're seeing it as an obvious thing.
I need the floating numbers to come in on screen right now. The Einstein floating numbers because Chevy's is looking. No, but let's Sean speak. Let's Sean speak.
No, I just want to say I completely agree with you, Ron. You've changed my mind. These guys don't know what they're talking about. And we've been in a back three. It's only been a back three. It will always be a back three. The back three can just do anything. It could cure cancer. It can make you fly. Brother,
oh my God, dude.
So this is what I'm saying. When you come in with such dogmatic belief, like you came in accusing me of speaking things so confidently while I was ignorant. You didn't even listen to what I had to say. I said the formation changed within the game to a 4-1-4-1. I didn't say we started out with 4 at the back. It was a 4 at the back. No, I said this was a deliberate change.
The thing that you said that I disagreed with was that we played a 4-1-4-1 in the second half, which we didn't do that.
But the average position, brother, the average position.
Yes, I know. But the average position is your shape, not your game model. And your shape will change.
Such semantics here that it's like I can tell you that it's raining outside. I could tell you it's raining outside, and you'll say no, someone's pissing on my shoulder. So we need to we have to have some level of agreement here that if there's the average amount of players playing in a certain position, and we see that one player is holding right in front of the back 4, and that our fullbacks are tucked in, that is a 4 at the back. And there's that.
But there was no 4 at the back.
Ron, hold on. Let me, Sean, 1 second.
I will also go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. So, Ron, the game started off today with a lot of people trying to figure out, it took us a few minutes to figure out exactly what the shape was, right? Because based on the team, it could have been a 3-4-3 as well. When I was looking at that game, you could make the argument that we were actually playing a lopsided 3 at the back with the back line shifted towards Dallo's side. Whereas actually it was a 4 at the back with Dallo being a more defensive right back and Luke Shaw pushing forward a bit more. Right? So that's the difference, dude. You said it today that it's a 4 at the back. I could come in here very heavy and say, no. I've got 5 minutes of game clip showing Dallo being at the back and him being a right center back. Right? So that's what I'm saying in terms of I think you guys are missing
Andy, let me just take this off for 1 second. And Ron, I'll let you respond.
Look at the second half, we were 7 at the back.
Give me 1 second. Yeah. So maybe that was one of the first times you saw me. I don't know. You said you've been in James's channel, listened to his tactics. He has a much different worldview with regards to how the tactics are played. So I'm just going to tell you, we have in our Discord very good long form topics that describe how we view Amorim when he was at Sporting, how we've seen him adapt in the first season, in the second season. Maybe you haven't had enough opportunity to see what a defender I am of the 3 at the back, but there's been many permutations, be it 4-2-2, be it 2-3-5, be it even 3-2-5. We've seen Amorim do many different according to who his opponents are and what players he has to work with.
Yeah,
it can be a pivot, it could be 2 ball carriers, it could be a sitter in a more creative, it could be one of the 10s dropping in. I'm fully in belief that the 3-4-3 has that variance. But then to come in and say that somebody doesn't know what they're talking about and they're just spouting it confidently is not the right foot you want to get on in a panel of people that want to demonstrate that we can at least analyze the game with a little bit of subjectivity.
Can I put some more fuel?
Everyone is gonna have their subjective point of view. There's nothing.
Can I put some more fuel here, bro?
Yeah. Go ahead, Nelson.
So when in Ten Hag's last season, what formation were we playing?
A 4-2-3-1.
Okay, so we disagree then. Because he didn't play a 4-2-3-1. According to your analysis of game models,
even today,
3-1-6.
We played a 4-2-3-1 today. We defended in a 4-4-2, which is pretty standard. Like the main things to focus on is like even the difference between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1. Right? In a 4-3-3, you defend with a narrow front 3 and you defend with 2 8s. We defended with 9 and 10, dropping into a narrow front 4. And so like the only point I'm trying to make about the difference between a game model and shape is like I think as people who produce content, it should be clearly defined of like what we're actually talking about, because you have a lot of people. Whoa! Dogs attacking. You have a lot of people who won't understand the difference, and so when we say things like, "Oh, well, we played a 4-1-4-1," right? It's like, well, no, our game model wasn't a 4-1-4-1. It's a 3-4-3, and this is how
Ron,
a 3-4-3.
in the spirit of saying stuff that people understand, you said shape and game model like 4 times now. Can you tell us what you mean by the difference between those two things?
Yeah, I mean, your shape is something that is flexible and changes during the period. It adapts to what your opponent is doing, right? Your game model is your identity of what you're trying to do. So, like, what is Amorim trying to do in a 3-4-3? What are we trying to do? How are we trying to attack? How are we trying to exploit?
Isn't every coach's game model score goals and not concede?
No. The game's not that, like, obviously, yes, but we're talking about the game at a higher level than that. I mean, that's like...
Okay, so
like,
I'm gonna come in here hot. I understand what Ron is trying to say, unfortunately. I just don't think he's getting it across.
Fair enough. Maybe I'm not. And like, I'm not trying to like come for anyone at any point. I'm just saying that like, it's like you see all over for like the past couple of weeks, like, oh, we're playing a back 4. We played a 4-4-2. We're doing this.
No, but
nothing
Ron,
is actually.
can I be honest with you? You know what this sounds like? This sounds like, I'm going to make a political statement here. This sounds like, one of the far left people going to somebody who's just not far left as them and saying you're not liberal enough. That's what this sounds like, because you're coming to the channel that is talking about a lot of the same things. We literally have said almost everything you said here, except for
I
game
agree
model
with you, Ron. I literally agree with you. But it's just crazy to me that like from the last stream you came in like with this. Oh, it's not my fault that you talk nonsense so confidently.
Bro, now I gotta go watch the last stream because I need to know what happened here. It's like I'm watching part 2 of a movie and I haven't seen part 1.
I got so angry. I was like, dude, why is this guy coming at my
I didn't even know you can get this angry, Shot. This is Ron deserves like...
You're muted, Ron.
I've never...
You're muted, Ron.
I'll be honest, guys. I used to think... I live in India and there are so many of us that, inevitably you see people going off at each other. I used to think brown people fighting was fun. White people fighting is way more fun, dude. They should happen more often.
Well, I mean,
listen.
I'm not.
I was Armenian.
That's
white adjacent, man.
You don't know all the things that I had to go through to get where I am.
Racial undertones. Racial undertones.
All right.
Can I do an Indian accent now?
Yeah, go for it.
Was he doing?
You better be off camera.
Was he really doing a white accent though, Ed? I don't think.
I don't know what he was doing.
He was doing like a Valley Girl accent.
And I want to retaliate here. Fuck you, bloody.
No shot.
First of all, that's more Canadians than it is Indians. Okay, we have a lot of Indians.
Canada's not even a real country. Let's move on. 51st state incoming. Ron, I understand what Ron is trying to say. Football is not just you're gonna play in this position and that's it, because the other team is interchanging parts. Your team is interchanging parts as it goes, right? But to say to people, you're wrong. We never were in a 4-1-4-1 when we had 4 defenders, Licha right in front of them, trying to look for an outlet ball. That was a 4-1-4-1 for like every time we got the ball. Every time we got the ball back. Then it changed to when Licha passes the ball, he drops into the center back, the wing backs go, then we were in a 3-4-3. It's the game state
Ron,
that changes.
You're muted, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I just want to say, like, I wasn't trying to, come off like that. I think maybe on messages it comes off more like aggressive or something. I don't know. I just particularly disagreed with 2 things you said, but I mean, I think we're all in agreement, and I like Footy with an Edge channel, the Muppeteers to me, because I watch your guys' channel. It's like some of the 3 only good content channels about football. A lot of it is just, people waffling about stuff. But
all sins forgiven now, dude. Now that you said that, all sins forgiven.
I'll just make this guy mod. I like him. Why
are you guys being mean to the guy, dude? Leave him alone. Hey, you like me football. You keep going.
We were being mean before. Did you not hear what I said about him before you came on? The guy that doesn't know anything? But
I
now
need to watch
I'm
part
seeing
one.
what
I
he's
need to
trying
watch part
say.
one of
No,
this
he
brief,
knows
man.
ball. He knows ball. He knows
You
ball.
guys, the thing I mean, to be honest, like I coach top youth level football. I played professionally for 6 years. Like I have a football background, but I agree with what you're saying, Sean. The only two things I really disagreed, like my thing would be go back and watch that game and actually tell me how many in a back four.
really?
I think you'd be surprised how many times that actually happened. Were there rotations that happened? Yes. The thing that I'm pointing out is like if it was a game model of a back four, you would have rigid fullbacks playing as fullbacks. We defend in back fours at times with like a wing back defending as a back four, a wide center back defending as a back
and
four.
that's understandable.
Sometimes
I
even
think-
one
I
of the
think-
pivots
hold
defending.
Hold on.
The defining thing for me was Licha in front of the back four. That was for me what described that game model or that game shape at that moment in time. I don't think Amorim came out and said, second half, we go into a 4-1-4-1. This is my magnum opus. Je ne sais quoi. I am le manager of the season. No. I think it was a reactive type of sub that he had to make in order to try to preserve. Sorry, you're cutting that.
He 100% had to make this up. I'm just pointing out that like you're always going to make tactical adjustments and tweaks to how you're playing, right? But like, I was critical of two things, okay, from last time. One was saying that like we don't play with a holder, which isn't true. Ugarte was playing as a holder. He just does a poor job of it.
I disagree. I don't think he's a holder. I think he's a center mid that is dual aggressive and covers a lot of ground. But a holder, he is not. To me, a holder,
but there's
or
a
difference.
difference.
Anchor is like a human. Is like somebody that can actually dictate.
Guys,
and control tempo.
hold on one second, Ron. I'll tell you because I watched the whole game back. I did an analysis of that game. I crowned Licha as the guy who's cost Manu his career. I hope you're still here, by the way, because you're frozen on screen. But what I will say, what I saw is I saw us building up in almost like a 3-1-4-2 shape quite often in that last game. And when we were off the ball, I saw us playing in a 4-1-4-1. Rarely, I didn't see it that often. I saw 4-2-3-1 as well, and I actually saw the reason why I think Ed and Sean were saying 4-1-4-1 is because we had Mount and Ugarte being on the same line quite often, right?
Yeah,
in
but
front
yes,
of
yes.
Licha. And that's how we saw it. So that's the reason. And the times I saw the four at the back was actually with our back three and Licha dropping in between them. Right, and then Ugarte sometimes came back to link up the play.
But is a
sometimes we had Mount
rotation
coming back to link up the play. So, Roan, my point is because you said a lot of the things that we agree with. We're like agreeing with 98%. This is like human DNA versus chimp DNA match, right? We have a lot in common.
I'm the chimp.
I'm just saying. Like we're so close, but so far is my point. And
we agree on
my
a
point
lot.
is,
I'm just
So hear me out. Let me just land here. My point is that with the system that we had, it's a 4-1-4-1 is not going to be the 4-1-4-1 you see in other managers because the game state, if I'm understanding your point, the game state of Amorim is different. He wants to do something different with the game. So he's not going to be as rigid with the 4-1-4-1, have rigid fullbacks that play there. So you can't say a rigid four at the back has rigid fullbacks because Amorim is playing it. Amorim's not going to play a rigid system. His whole thing is collective responsibility. His whole thing is versatility. So his 4-1-4-1 is going to look different than other 4-1-4-1s.
And Rune, are you walking away from your Wi-Fi, bro?
We're on vacation with the family. I'm just staying at like a guest house. I agree. We defended in 4-1-4-1 at times in a mid block, 100%. But like the game model point I'm making is today the game model was a 4-2-3-1. How much different was the game model than a 3-4-3, right? And so that's really the only point I'm making. The other two things like that I wanted to talk about that Sean mentioned last time was the fact that we don't play with a holder. And I understand what he's saying about the profiling of players, but that's very different to what a system is asking. So the system has a holding midfielder. Whether we have a holding midfielder who fills that role in the system well is a different question. Whether the fact we actually play with a holder. Almost every formation in football has a holding midfielder nowadays. And so And then the point I'm making that I want to make about Bruno is,
again, sorry, Ron, 1 second on that point. I have to push back because we are getting a little bit into semantics. So in the spirit of the conversation today, let's talk about it, because in Amorim's system, if you watch the Brighton game, right? If you watched it back, Casemiro was on the left wing at times. Right? Yeah. So we don't have a holder. We have a position where other players come in and rotate to become the holder. Right.
Yes,
so we can't say Amorim has a holder, right?
Well, no, it depends, right? It depends what you're. So in possession, we have a holding midfielder. We have a deep line playmaker. Casemiro is not very good at it. His pass completion rate is poor, and he's lazy defensively. And Ugarte is very poor as a holder. Ugarte did well today. Why? Because he got to play in his true position of an 8. And what Ugarte does well for us is he presses high, and he allows, sometimes even he presses beyond the 10, and the 10 will tuck in. And he does a very good job of that. But to say like we have a system with a holder is like saying like we would build up in like a 3-4, or I don't know, a 3-5-2 or something. I don't know. It's not really getting my point across. But we do have a holding midfielder in our system. They don't do the job well, first of all, is like the main point. And then part of the reason why Ugarte struggles when he plays is because like we don't have a replacement for Casemiro. Kobe struggles as a 6, and Ugarte isn't a 6. He's an 8. He just doesn't have the offensive output that you would want from the role of the 8 in a 3-4-3.
Ugarte actually has the same problem that Kobe has, that Bruno have, because sometimes they'll jump out of their position and vacate their position to go win the ball back. And then there's nobody else to defend him. That's why when Ugarte plays with Casemiro, he looks better, because Casemiro generally stays, further back,
because
where he doesn't have the leg to get forward. But Ron, I want to switch the script a little bit. Tell me who your man of the match was today.
Evan.
Why?
Why wouldn't he be? He was by far the best player in the field. I mean,
okay. I agree with Ron, by the way.
Without a doubt, it was Heaven. I think he won.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with it.
I don't think he didn't win a challenge. I mean, the thing Heaven does so well that I think no one really talks about is when he has when his back is to the opposition goal, so he's facing our own goal and he's under pressure, he disguises the first and second option so well, and he often takes the third option and he makes it look so easy. So like he is so press resistant with his back to the opposition goal, facing our own goal. It's incredibly impressive. The only thing I really want to see Heaven trying to do more is playing longer balls, willing to go more direct and trying to just hit channels at times. But Heaven is so good on the ball. He's like,
Rowan, if I may, he has yes, you can. He has composure on the ball, I think is what you're trying to say.
I was going to say
100%. But I'm specifically saying like when we are being pressed, like let's say the 9 is chasing his back, we've had like the obvious option is to go back to Lawman's or to play like a square pass. He will sell both those options so well and will play out and take the space or play the third option, that it's like he does it so well that it goes unnoticed all the time. Like I think he probably did that 5 or 6 times in the game. And it's incredibly impressive. I mean, his composure on the ball is ridiculous.
He used to be a DM in the Arsenal Academy. That's why he's so good on the ball.
At one point, he dragged the ball all the way out to the right wing by himself. But I'll tell you
in the Wolves game. In the Wolves game, there was when he got Strand Larsen yellow carded. That was, pure dark arts. Like that was Arteta Academy graduate right there, because he waited and waited on the ball before he released it long, even though there was no pass to be made there. He just wanted to get it off so that he gets the foul.
I want to highlight one Can I highlight one micro thing that Heaven did that determined to me that he's better than Euro for at least the next 18 months? He held Voltemade with his hands through a low cross that if there was nothing on him, that was something I expect a 25-year-old, something I expect Senesi to do. Watch that, highlight that. But I want to see a video with that clip. That was so freaking smart.
Bro, I just realized your profile pic is Bruno being sick, and that's you saying that you're not feeling well today.
I know.
So here's the thing with Heaven, right?
Nonverbal communication.
Whenever you're playing in real life, and whenever somebody passes the ball to one of your center backs, in your head, all you're thinking is, please don't take a shit touch. Please don't let the ball jump over your foot. The same thing with your goalkeeper. I feel like every time Heaven takes a touch, it's a good touch. It's the right touch into the right space. He makes the right decision. And the physical part of it can be fixed. The decision-making part of stuff usually can't be fixed. People usually either
also
know what
his
they're going to
body
do or they're
position,
not
by
doing.
the way. He knows
Yeah.
he knows how to get into a really good body position, because you'll often see him go into like protect the ball really well. So part of the composure and taking that extra second on the ball is, and actually Casemiro is bad at this. Casemiro is bad at getting his body position right many times. That's why he receives the ball and he looks panicked when he gets pressed a lot.
Of course.
Right?
He just lost his agility.
And I want to add one more thing.
He doesn't have.
Amorim out-coached How today by about 5,000%, and he lined up how nobody expected him to line up, and he changed into something nobody expected to happen. And he said, you know what? Screw these 4-4s, 5-5s. I want the 1-0. And the shape the lads kept, phenomenal. I'm going to sign off there, but I think it was a phenomenal game. We just can't let it happen again like this. That's all I'm going to say. Because they were ass.
How much who should we do a little? Who thinks we're going to play a 3-4-3 against Wolves?
I hope so, because
I would put $100 that we're going to play a back three against Wolves and against Burnley.
I want to see Lacey against Wolves. I want to see somebody that can really slot in on that right wing or right wing back, because I think Wolves is a game where you can
be Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu. I want to see Patrick Dorgu more on the right hand side.
Then Lacey right 10. Because if Mount's going to have injuries, sorry, go ahead.
Do you guys really think he's going to go back to a 3-4-3? Do you think this manager who's stubborn enough? When this manager makes a decision, bro, he's kind of like, "This is it. This is what we're doing."
And here's the thing: we've heard
available. The 3-4-3 is. The 3-4-3. We have to play the 3-4-3. It's what they've been training for the last year and a half, right? It's our best formation, 100%.
No. Here's the thing. Ed. Here's why I don't think he's going to go back to that. Because in the second half, we went to a 3-4-3 and played Ugarte and Fletcher in the middle, and we couldn't control the ball. Right?
Well, Fletcher, so I'm trying to tell you in the second half.
That's what I saw, brother. Now,
I don't know what you saw.
The whole game state.
Here's another hour. When we go into Ron.
Can I just say one thing? So, why do you think we played a back four today? What do you think was like the number one reason? What is Newcastle really good at?
Worries about Ugarte in the midfield is the biggest thing, because
not less with us. What do you think Newcastle is really good at?
Playing on the wings,
wide play, and transitional direct attacks. What do we do with the back four? We go to a double width. So we have a left wing, right wing who can double
Newcastle's
down.
not a direct team this year.
I just mean direct in transition.
No, I made that point to Andy last time. He actually changed my mind. He showed me the XG stat, and he showed me literally the last like 5 to 10 games. They've actually been more possession based.
This whole season. That's for the whole season.
Yeah, the whole season. I was shocked. I was under your assumption. I'm not even kidding. I thought they were going to be way more transitional.
What he means, when they see the first pass, they make it. It's right away to the winger. Boom.
Yeah, yes. No, they still do that. But
hold on. We're getting very technical today. There is no transition that happens in 10 passes. Every transition is a direct transition. If you're going from one side to the other, there is no slow transition.
Andy, there's a super chat, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry. Devo says, just joined. Sorry, I've already discussed, but subs were so confusing, especially Casemiro, who didn't play last week, and also confused about Shaw and Licha. Well, Shaw and Licha went off in the 88th minute. They looked like they were really knackered.
Yeah, they were done.
Shaw was playing left back. That brother can only sprint to the cafeteria, and he can't really go back and forth for 90 minutes. So it's going to be difficult with him. And I just think in general, there were a lot of injury concerns today. You know, sometimes when you already have like 7-8 top players missing, you want to protect the players that are available. That's why Mount went off. That's why Šeško went off. I suspect that's why Casemiro went off as well.
Andy,
Casemiro one, I don't
Amorim
think
Amorim said that in the presser. Amorim, I'm just going to pick it. Nightwing said that, Amorim, quote, "At that moment, I did not want to take off Cunha because Cunha would give us the ability to breathe. And Manu was fresher than Casemiro, and I felt that Casemiro was going to struggle since we were doing so many runs. So that's again just an testament to. Remember, my complaint about the Bournemouth game was that energetically we played very naive. I think today was the opposite. So if it takes that quick of a turnaround for Amorim to show that he can manage his players, he can kill the game, and he can say, you know what, I'm going to back my guys against these lot who need another 10 hours to even get a shot on goal. Hey, give him a 10-year. I love that guy.
Also, let me
get
just
another
say,
super
I
chat,
think,
by the way.
Yeah, I'll get to it in a second. We're so important on our points today, but can I just say I think it also does well for the squad confidence, the way that game played out today, right? Because we had a lot of, let's say,
Especially the
not
young
the best
defenders.
players. Yeah. Fredrickson as well, right? We're probably going to need Fredrickson to come in 3-4 more games this season where he comes in the last 10 minutes and does a job for us. And that's important. Like, how many players did Sir Alex have that were, thrown away by the fans as not good enough, who still came in and give us good performances, right? So here's the second super chat. He says, we deserve this win. So many other games we lost because we were unlucky. Today we need some luck. Dorgu, Heaven, and Senna were great. Xerxes, poor sub. That's probably fair. I want somebody to talk about Martinez, because I thought he also helped Heaven quite a bit with his aggressiveness by being pretty good on the ball. Go ahead, Semix. What do you have to say?
I think Martinez was the exact right person to be wearing the captain's armband today. I think he, that is obviously something you see in training and in practice. That's not some decision Amorim just made this morning. I'm sure that Martinez is showing some sort of leadership qualities during training, and I think that Heaven is only. So Heaven's best plays, not with the ball, off the ball, without the ball, out of possession.
Mhm.
Heaven's best plays remind me of Martinez, especially today. He was touch tight. He had a leg up Walter Maida's ass. And it really looks like Martinez Licha's influence. You know what I mean? He was really, really right on his back, which is what Licha's really good at.
So this is the weird thing with the Martinez thing. I always think the best captains are the guys that look the coldest. When everybody's lined up at the beginning of the game and the camera's panning, Martinez just looks like a captain. When he's looking, he looks in one direction, doesn't move his head. That's the shit I love.
He got the Kino. He got the Kino. Yeah.
That's what you look for. And Martinez today was incredible. He allowed Heaven to play how Heaven plays. And if Heaven's always going to play like this, with Martinez next to him, just keep them like that, because we're gonna next thing we're gonna run into. I guarantee you, when these players start coming back from injury, like De Ligt and stuff, we're gonna be like, well, who do we play? Oh, we should have played De Ligt instead of Martinez if we lose a game or something. That's gonna be the biggest topics of discussion, because right now we're subbing on these kids that have no idea what they're doing. Right? They're just running around.
It comes down to height, right? It comes down to height and physicality, because that's a scary against some teams, against some strikers. It's a scary thought to have Licha and Heaven.
Bro, but Martinez has bodied Holland.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Holland. We spoke
Martinez
about
actually does well
Holland
against old strikers.
Holland knows if he stands tall, Martinez is going to elbow him in the groin.
I agree, man, but there's something about being the guy who has to make that choice, and you're looking at bigger guys in your squad, and you go, am I really going to bench these big guys?
Voltemade is horrible at aerial duels, ironically. But
also
you would look at a guy that's 6'6" versus a 5'6" on a good day. You're just like,
well,
dude.
he's like every other Labubu merchant. They just want to play with their feet, right? So
Martinez also.
But just so that we're clear here, I know everyone's the best defensive player was also our best attacking player this game, and it was Dorgu. Like every single duel he won. If you look at his stats are ridiculous. This game, by the way, I thought I looked at Martinez and Heaven stats. I thought they won more, like headers and stuff, but they actually didn't.
It was like 2 duels by Heaven and 0 by Martinez.
Yeah. I was like, wait, I thought they won more.
They didn't have to. Because and the thing is, when Dorgu hit that, did you see how perfectly the ball landed on his laces?
Oh my god!
Golly, I almost started crying how beautiful that was.
Van Persie, a finish that Van Persie would be proud of.
Yep, and then thank God it was Ramsdale in that too.
And also special.
Remember when people wanted us to get Ramsdale?
Oh my god, please no. A special consideration for Dorgu as well. The game management. to survive 3
duel.
concussions.
Yeah. That's the duels.
Dude,
Oh
he
my
was
God!
getting hit.
Yes,
Holy.
get that brother a
97th minute,
CTE doctor right now because we need that guy
We
on the
can't lose
ground.
him. We can't lose him.
Also, did you see how many times he knocked the ball in front of him and then tried to chase it, even though he knew he was going to lose it? He went and took the bang from the player, right? And
I love
97th minute, dude, he was helping us out from the back, just taking it forward and making sure he didn't give the ball away, just shielding the ball. He's great, dude. Physical profile wise, if he can have more of these games, I think he even benches Ahmad at right wing back.
So wait, are you saying we don't need a left wing back anymore?
No, yeah, we do.
If we're playing a 3-4-3, we need a.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys would agree, but I
need any
actually,
player, dude.
I think Dorgu is a rotational wing back for the future. I don't think he'll ever be a starter, like a long-term.
He can't play every. No. He's 100% correct. No. He can't play like this every game, and we've seen it.
If we're honest,
in the future, hold on. Wait. How long in the future are we talking about?
Over the next couple of years, as the squad grows.
No. That's crazy.
He has to develop.
I disagree, bro. I disagree. Vehemently
that is
disagree.
development.
Scandalous.
Development doesn't
So
just
wait,
mean...
so then Andy, answer your question, your own question. How many years do you think it's going to take for him to be our starting wingback?
I think he could do it towards the end of next year or 2 years from now.
2 years from now, for sure.
And what did he do today specifically that you think he needs to do more consistently so that he becomes that
score goals?
Well,
No, brother, that's so. Come on.
I saw him put in I saw him put in 2 or 3 really good crosses with his right foot on the right hand side. That was really good. And hold on, it wasn't just about the quality or technique of the cross. It was the timing of the cross.
Yep.
And I was worried, just like you. We've talked about this before. Decision making is hard to really coach, but I saw him make really good decisions today. And
100%.
Listen, it could be a fluke, and he could never have a game like this again. No, but we'll have to reassess. Or it
could be a right side thing, right? Maybe he's more comfortable.
No,
we don't know.
He is a right winger by trade.
Remember Lecce.
He's a right winger by trade.
You have to look at it this way.
At Lecce there.
Yeah.
Let's look at it this way. If Ahmad plays today, we win 3-0.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No, I don't know that. Like, I agree.
Hold on, guys. Sorry to interrupt, but is it just me or Andy? Can you increase your volume a smidge because everyone else sounds a little bit louder, or maybe they're just more passionate. I don't know. Can you just increase the volume just a smidge?
I'm just getting suppressed.
Nah, you're not getting suppressed. We got to
release it. Release.
We got a. By the way, guys, 187 people watching live. 2 hours into a post-match show. That is incredible. Guys, everyone, please smash the like button. I know that despite being a member of this channel and being a frequent collaborator and being a part of this channel, I'm getting to learn so much just on this post-match stream. Like, I didn't watch the match at all. It was a 1:30 a.m. kickoff for me. And just by listening to everyone over here, I have a pretty good idea of what went on in the match. So thank you to the entire panel and guys who are watching.
The way we're crediting,
like 4 games of
Aston Villa this game.
One more thing. The way we're crediting Dorgu, we could credit every single player on the pitch except for Xerxes for the same thing. Just like Ugarte, we thought he was going to get dominated. No, they were scared to turn. They were scared to take touches. He made Tonali very uncomfortable. He made Bruno very, very uncomfortable. You could give him his dues as well. You could
there was Ugarte, one tackle from Ugarte where he came in from behind on using Rishi's prison analogy. Came in from behind to get the ball from what was it? Bruno G, I think, on the right hand side.
Do you know why I think that's harsh on Dorgu? What you just said is Dorgu had our most. He was the most foul player, had the most dribbles, had carried the ball the most, scored the goal. Created a key chance.
Won the most duels as well.
Won the most duels.
A lot of that came though is in the second half because he was the only outlet.
Yep.
No, he did good in the first half too, bro. And I'm not also a guy.
Like I'm saying, a lot of those stats came from the second half though, because it was him and Cunha trying to buy some time for us.
Is it? Hold on. Isn't that him playing the game that's in front of him though?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying those stats. We can't just look at stats. You have to look at game state.
Yes.
We can't. You can't defend like that every game, guys. You can't do that every single game.
Let's ignore his. Let's ignore his defensive stats.
We're just talking about Dorgu.
1 second, Ed. Ignore his defensive stats. Look at his attacking stats. He
first
created
half, phenomenal. Phenomenal
So
first half.
so that's the only reason why I'm like I am defending Dorgu is when I see we're not going to see this every time. Let's be honest. We're not going to see this from Dorgu specifically this season. But when he does play well, let's give him credit. Let's
give him credit. No.
Here's my reason for optimism.
Watch this. Watch the next time he takes a shot with his right foot, and then me and you can go have a coffee. I'll fly over to where you're at.
Yeah, he hit the target this time, so I'm good with that.
You asked me what my reason for optimism is, right? Because Simix has asked this question, like 2 years from now, how do I see him developing? I have not seen a fullback or wingback come to the Premier League at age 21 and dominate physically like he has. Dominate as much as him in terms of duels.
As a fullback at 21.
Udogie was pretty disgusting. Yeah,
he was more going forward. He was really good. He was a winger playing at fullback, right? Going forward, he was much better. But defensively or physically, I haven't seen anybody dominate, and he's dominating not for his age, not for specific positions. He had the most duels won per 90 across all positions. So that's what I'm saying. He has something that nobody else has. And if he figures out even half of Udogie's attacking output, he's the best wing back in the league.
Agreed.
No, he's our best. He's our best. He's our best on the left-hand side, right? Defensive.
Can I just make a quick point?
Else there.
He's the best defensive wing back. Period. In the league.
So
I
want to hear.
There's literally no one better than him defensively. And it's just his attacking that he sucks.
Yeah, let Ron go. Let Ron go.
Yeah, Ron go, please.
Well, I mean, I agree. Like Dorgu had a good game. They're like one of the best players on the pitch today. The real point I just want to make is it's not a negative thing to be a rotational player. What I'm saying with Dorgu's potential is, does he really have the quality to be our starting wingback for Man United? You never know. He might develop and his decision making might get better, but I don't really see it. And we're also losing sight of the fact, like, we're not in Europe. We're out of the Carabao Cup, and we have the FA Cup coming up. In a traditional season, let's call it, where we would be in all competitions, Dorgu gets about 20 games a season as a rotational wingback and will be a great rotational wingback. But does he really have the quality to be starting for Man United in the Champions League or
game
fighting?
time? He'll accelerate it. I think he gets to learn on the fly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I also like the thing I would say, guys, is like we talk about how players are young and they are, but a lot of like development in terms of like technical ability and decision making stuff is taught at a younger age, and so he has his attributes as his player. And it's about improving the things he's good at and improving the things he's bad at, which is like an obvious thing.
But here's the thing. Confidence impacts all other abilities.
Yeah,
and confidence is something that develops over time. It's not a thing that you learn at 12 and you never have to go through again.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing.
I think you'll agree. Yeah, you'll also agree. No, I hear your point. I think where we disagree is not about whether it's good or bad to be rotational. Where we disagree is what the ceiling of Dorgu is. And my point is that I am earlier on the forecast than you are, and I think based on what you've said, if you see more performances like that, you'll be convinced that Dorgu can be a starter. Is that correct?
Can I make a shot for old heads just about Dorgu, just to kind of cap it off? If Dorgu played in the 90s and he was a fullback, we'd be talking about him like we talked about Ashley Cole.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
like he is a prototypical elite fullback. We need to see the wing play.
His
as
physical
a
attributes are what make him so good, though. He's lanky. Yep. He likes to tackle. He loves the slide tackle, especially
his
from
aerial duel percentage is
best
unreal.
Athlete in our team, by the way. Best athlete, pure 100%. Athlete. Yeah. Best athlete in our team.
Here's another fact. Like it's not just that. I feel like Ron is actually being extremely. Here comes out the Dorgu love. So first of all, he's in the 97th percentile for almost all defensive stats for fullbacks. Let's ignore that. Let's look at his attacking stats. He's in the 95th percentile of progressive carries. He carries the ball the most.
Yeah.
He's the most foul player in the Premier League. Fact. So when you're looking at the only aspects of his game that are clearly poor is crossing and decision making. For me, I would much rather have that than the opposite, where you have a player who's purely amazing attacking wise, but can't defend. In my opinion,
I gotta call timeout. Because when you say something like his only weakness and one of those things you name is decision making. And then you say, for me, I'd rather have that. No, decision making always is top because you can be slow.
I'll give one counter.
You can be
counter.
You can be slow. I'll give it to you, Shant, in a second. Let me
One
land
counter.
it first.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Let me land, dude. So you could be slow. You could be maybe not the trickiest player, but if you have good vision, if you can see the pitch, if you can scan correctly and make decisions on time, you're almost unstoppable. Like,
Semix is talking about Mason Mount type of player, right? He doesn't have any physical attributes, but he's good at decision making and he's good at understanding, reading the play, things like that.
One of my favorite players of all time that fits exactly what I'm talking about is Xavi Hernandez of Barcelona from the old days. Like, for me, that guy was not the fastest. He wasn't the trickiest. Sure, he could hit a great pass. Don't get me wrong. But the man could see what was coming before it happened. He knew where to touch the ball. Made all the best decisions.
Even Busquets,
and
right?
Busquets. So go ahead, Sean. Give me that counter.
Okay.
But if
one counters, by the way.
Can I counter? I want to counter as well.
Guys.
I need to counter. One counter.
Everybody loves to counter. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. First off, Xavi Hernandez, Spanish Adam Wharton. Second off.
Wait. How's that a counter?
No, hold on.
Listen.
I
want to say something.
We can all. No. Time out.
One counter.
Listen. One more thing. Let me say something. Barcelona's pitch dimensions, they had the bigger pitch than every other team that they played against. Always at home.
We have a pretty
big
Trafford.
Wait. What's the counter here?
No. My counter was Jeremy Doku. Horrible decision making. Horrible decision making his first year. Amazing physical prowess. This year, he's changed it. That is what I see with Dorgu. Dorgu gets into the right positions. He just has to make.
Do you know who my counter is?
He made today. Go ahead.
My counter is Ashley Cole. People forget Ashley Cole was.
Yeah, you're right.
No, he was defensively amazing, terrible attacking wise, and the more he developed, the better he got attacking wise. So
also started playing with better and better players over his career.
To me, you would much rather have all of the attributes, and the thing that you need to do is just a coach to tell you, I need you there, and when you're in this position, cross. As opposed to having the guy who goes, but go on, sorry.
But you also know what makes players better and actually see their potential is when they're competing against somebody else for their position.
Yes, true.
You guys got to remember that.
You think Ashley Cole was a horrible decision maker?
Offensively, yes. Go watch his
at Arsenal.
Go watch him at Arsenal.
Only at Arsenal. Go
watch him at Arsenal.
And first 3 seasons, people had that biggest. He said defensively amazing, but
he looked like Wan-Bissaka, by the way. No jokes.
It was
amazing defensively. Attacking wasn't that good. The Ashley Cole you're thinking of is the Chelsea one, the really, really good one. And that one was over. Like, he was never the best attacking wise, but
also
defensively was rock solid.
I'll say this with Dorgu, right? It's not decision making carte blanche that's bad, because you need to have good decisions defensively as well. Defensively, his decision making is elite in terms of how he holds the ball up, how he takes the pressure away from other players. His problem sometimes is that he doesn't have the confidence. I see him looking down at the ball before he hits it, almost like he's worried about miskicking it. And then that's why even though his technique looks good, he seems to put it in rosette or something.
Andy, I'm sorry. I actually agree with you. I wasn't talking in Dorgu specifically, even though they were talking about Dorgu. I was talking about decision making. I think Dorgu's problem is execution as opposed to decision making, right? Like when it comes to executing a good
those are very close though, right? Those are very basic.
He has the touch of Helen Keller though. His first touch is like Helen Keller.
His technical floor, I think, is due to his confidence as well, not being high, but his technique is not at that I would say, oh, this is going to be one of the world's best wing backs. Like, he's not a Nuno Mensch.
Can I make a comment here about Dorgu?
Go for it.
So I agree with pretty much a lot of what you're saying. I think the analogy that we're making between deep lying playmakers and their decision making and wing backs is very different. When we're talking about wing backs and decision making, what is the role of a wing back? What is the job of a wing back? Genuinely, I'm asking.
It's not the job of a fullback, that's for sure.
I know,
he is a wing back, not a fullback.
I know. I'm saying, what is the job of a wing back?
Provide within the attack and
provide
take away
up
with
and down, stretch the formation, and then cut it back.
stretch the field laterally, provide depth down the wide flank, and provide service in different ways. Dorgu struggles at times with his positional plays, often too tight to the fullback for a starting position. And so a lot of times when he receives, like, I would be curious to look at his 1v1 dribbles completed stats. I would be looking to see how many times
right now. I'll tell you them right now.
Can you also tell us how many of his crosses got blocked?
Well, but that's down to the confidence a little bit. That's what I'm saying,
guys. And also, I think in the case of Dorgu, also we don't do him any favors with the decision making, right? Like a lot of a wingback's good work is done when he puts in an early cross. And how often do we have someone waiting in the box ready for that early cross?
Correct. Yes.
How often do we have in the box waiting for that early cross? We've not solved that problem for the last 7 years. I'm waiting for Amorim to solve that problem.
Thank you.
Also, Rishi, just to add to that point, who do we even have on the other side? It's Mbeumo and Ahmad who can get in on the back post. They're two shortest players in our team. Right?
What do Ahmed and Mbeumo?
We seem to cross lesser. We seem to cross lesser when Sheshko's playing. Like that's one of the anomalies of this team.
Yeah. What does Ahmed and Mbeumo also do? Even when they rotate, what do they both provide?
You're going to have to complete your own sentence, bro. It's 4.5 hours into a stream. Just give us the answer.
Is a late runner in behind or a third man run. Dallo and Dorgu, part of the reason why they struggle is they're comfortable with the player in front of them as natural fullbacks. Dorgu's better at it than Dallo. But like, how often does Dorgu actually get in behind as a late run or providing a lot of what these crosses we're talking about are part of the reason why they're poor is like the fullback's already in front of them. And so it's changing the angle you have to cross, or we're crossing it early because you don't actually have time on the ball to play the better cross. And so I don't think, like, for me in the system that we play, the two main things that we don't do well enough in a back three is our wide center backs carrying the ball well enough and our wing backs getting in behind well enough. Ahmed does it well. He's the only one who does it well. But that, like, and I agree, Dorgu defensively does all this great stuff defensively. He's a hell of an athlete. There's no doubt about that. But like, he looks better on the right side because when you check in and you receive it on your strong foot, safe side to the fullback, you're on your strong foot. And so when you're cutting inside, you're going to have more time on your strong foot to make the decision you want. And so like, he looks better on the right than the left because of that, because like, he doesn't get in behind enough. If you're playing on the left side on your strong foot, you need to constantly be providing a third man run. And we do not do that enough. Part of the reason why you have two number 10s is because you have an isolated 2v1 against the fullback. And so the real threat is the player in the half space with the late run from the wing back, but we rarely actually do that.
Yeah, correct. Because when
it's been hold on, Ed, I've been on for 4 hours, 45 minutes, something crazy at this point.
4 more hours, and you got a full-time job. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see you do an 8-hour stream, and then we can talk. Okay. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. We'll be on tomorrow, obviously. And every day, even New Year's Day, we're going to be on. At least I'll do my best. And please do tune in. Thank you for a great stream today. We still have almost 200 people watching. Smash the like on your way out. And please leave a comment after the stream is done as well to show your support, help with the algorithm. And yeah, honestly, guys, amazing 3 points. Who cares about the performance? And nice to see Dorgu have a smile on his face, bro, because I don't think I've seen him smile before this. So let's go, man. 3 points. Glory, glory, Man United. Let's go. See you guys next time. Peace.
Peace, guys.
See ya.